We're alive.
Jesus Christ. Yes, we are. 296. Is it really so old?
Yeah.
Show? That's kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
All right. Twitch for more SSX, because from ISIS.
So I spent 2 hours making a beautiful tribute to Billy Harrington, and it's blocked on like every video site, even Daily Motion and Facebook.
Well, interesting. Welcome to my nightmare, I guess.
It was beautiful. I took clips from his many porns. And
is he a porn star? Is that who he is?
And I put it to Say Goodbye.
Oh.
And that's blocked by everything. Manhattan Music or something like flagged it. It's blocked in 201 countries.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've run into that problem before with radio on GTA, but
yeah,
never with a porn star tribute.
Why is Matt talking about Billy's death? Laughing my ass off. Because I like Gotchamuchi. You never heard of him?
I've never heard of him either.
Gotchamuchi is a big meme thing for the last fucking decade. Get out from underneath your rocks.
No, I don't care. So last night I was driven to tears by a video game.
Cool. Let me guess what video game.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was...
This is not emotional tears. This is like salty, I'm pissed off tears.
Yeah, I know. I know you well enough to know that.
Shut up. I've had emotional feels.
Yeah, but you've also said many times while playing Grand Theft Auto that it was driven you to tears. So I'm gonna say it's not, but it's not Grand Theft Auto. It's probably is it an old game or a new game?
An old game.
Ninja Gaiden?
No.
Is it a Sega game?
Nope.
I don't know then. What is it?
It's it was a thing called Rayman 1.
Oh right, that
game is a fucking nightmare.
Why is it so hard? I mean, I've seen gameplay of it. It looks like a fucking nightmare.
Apparently it was hard because they couldn't afford actual play testing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it kind of looks like a worse version of Vector Man.
Well, look.
So I'm right.
Well, no, but I mean, okay, so it's, I mean, unlike the Rayman 2 and 3, which is where it really got popular, which are like 3D collectathons and whatever, this is like a 2D fucking scrolling thing. And it's just unreasonably hard. Like, horribly hard. And, I mean, I put it up there with, like, Super Meat Boy, but the difference is Super Meat Boy is designed in mind with the fact that you'll die over and over again, so it always puts you back real fast. But, like, this is, like, old school, like, PS1 era, where it's, like, you've got 10 continues and good luck to you, you know?
Oh.
So, yeah, it's just horribly hard, the whole game, and the boss of the fourth world, Space Mama, who is, like, a pirate Viking who rides around in a washing machine. I don't know. That boss fight, like, that was just, I couldn't. I died to that fucking whore and her laser rolling pin quite literally 104 times. I fucking counted. 104 times I died to her.
Let me say hello to the chat. Captain Largo and
So
Lust the Homunculus, which I think may be new. Lust the Homunculus says the Rabbids are better than Rayman. I don't remember if I ever played a Rabbids game. I think I might have. And the only Rayman game I ever played was one that came out on the... I think it's been released again, but the one that was on the PS3. Rayman Legends, I think?
There was Origins and Legends are both on, like, newer consoles.
Shit,
and I think those ones
were...
Those ones are, I think, like, returns to the Rayman 1, like, side-scrolling format, which is nice. Because I imagine it's made, with more competent game design. But yeah,
I own Origins, but I rented Legends. I like Legends because of that Viking chick, the girl.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, apparently Rayman 1 was just like never QA tested.
Wow.
So and it shows. There's a lot of like trial and error. There's a lot of blind leaps. There's a lot of things spawning in right in front of your face after it's too late to do anything about it. There's irritating things where, like, to unlock the final level you have to collect like all of the collectibles 100%, otherwise you cannot actually beat the game, which is bullshit because it's optional in all the other ones, but whatever. And then, yeah, and some of those like cages that you have to unlock, they don't spawn when you come near them or where they are. Like you have to go like pick up coins or whatever like somewhere else, and then that makes it spawn when you pick up a specific coin like off in another corner of the level. And it's like, why would you do that? Basically, it's my question. It's just awful. And yeah, I mean, dying to the same boss over 100 times, like I don't care what game it is, that's too much. And that's really the problem with the game, I think, is that it's just always too much. It's like there's things that are good ideas or fine traps or whatever, but then it's like, yeah, we're gonna put like 6 of them where we really only needed 3, you know? Or bosses have like 5 phases when 1 or 2 would have been sufficient.
Lust is Ray from Google Plus. I think you're the I know I remember you now. You post good titty. I think Ray is the only person who's ever followed our Google Plus.
Do we actually do anything on there? I don't think so. I mean, it just posts our YouTube stuff, right?
Yeah, it posted automatically, and I followed her, him or her. Himmer back because they post good stuff.
Right. Good.
So that sucks. So is it kind of like Mortis? Hello. Is it kind of like what's that? How Crash Bandicoot the first one is like kind of fucked up.
It's way harder than Crash Bandicoot 1. I mean, the real issue with Crash 1 is just the fact that they make it a real pain in the ass to save. Because like you have to like find a bonus stage and then successfully complete it in order to get the chance to save in Crash 1. And it's only certain kinds of stages. There's Tawna bonus stages, which is like Crash's girlfriend, which are fairly easy. If you beat those ones, you get a chance to save it. You got to find them first. But there's also, I think there's like Engine or Dr. Cortex bonus stages, which are hard as fuck. But yeah, it's easier than Crash 1 in terms of gameplay, but it's easier to save because there's just spaces on the world map you can just go and save at, right? But yeah, it's definitely not my favorite part of the series, I tell you what. The only reason I picked it up is because I've had Rayman 1 on GOG for like years. And I just ordered a replacement copy of Ray 2, and I thought, I should play the first one because I never have. And I was warned, like, even like on the wiki page for Rayman 1, it's like, Rayman 1 is really difficult, most people don't finish it. Wow. And I'm like, whatever, I've finished Mike Tyson, I've finished Ninja Gaiden, I've finished Castlevania, I don't give a fuck. It's Rayman.
It's a game for children.
Pretty much. Turns out, holy shit, they were not joking. Like, just unreasonably hard. And for reasons of just, I think it's just like poor testing, basically, is what the problem is. It's like, it's definitely like, a new developer who doesn't know how to tune things properly yet. But, so don't play Rayman 1 if you value your fucking sanity. Like,
I do recommend Origins and Legends though. Those games are pretty fun. I didn't finish. I kind of lost interest after a little while, but not in the game, but like just there's nothing wrong with the games. I just kind of didn't finish them.
Yeah, you're just Matt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I totally recommend all the other like mainline Raymans are all good. It's just 1 is just incredibly hard. It's no joke. It's one of the hardest games I've ever played in my fucking life.
Jesus.
Like,
Crash.
I underestimated the shit out of Rayman 1.
Crash 3 does seem to be a lot of people's go-to.
Crash 3? Oh yeah, Crash 3 is definitely the best one for sure. I love Crash 3.
Did you know that, I think it was Uncharted 4, you could play Crash Bandicoot?
I feel like I heard of that before, but it's not in my brain.
It's in one of them. You can like sit down and actually, like, as Drake, you play Crash Bandicoot, and on that...
oh, really?
Yeah, on that Boundary Break guy's channel, I made a joke because he was going to show that. I made a joke and I said, "What is the whole fucking first level in the game?" And it is. They actually coded. It's not like you're just sitting down playing an emulation or something. They coded the first level into Uncharted.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so you like control Bandicoot. It's pretty neat.
That's it's like The Darkness, where you can, at least on the PS3 version, you can just sit and watch To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh yeah.
Which I always thought was super cool.
I've been meaning to get those games.
They're good. They're genuinely good, even though they. Even though it's like an Image Comics kind
Yeah.
of property, like it's still good.
I kind of scoffed at them back then, but then they always sounded pretty interesting.
They're lots of fun. Apparently, like the games like really like reinvigorated the comic as well. Like it wasn't super popular or doing well, and the comic kind of like started to crib ideas from the game and got more popular because of it,
Oh wow.
which I found kind of funny. But whatever. I mean, I can't help it. I am a child of the '90s, and so like some of like the Image Comics, like grim and edgy stuff, like I can't help but love. Like there's
Oh, you like Spawn and all that.
oh hell yeah, like okay, so like I know that I'll never like actually have a use for it, but the comic shop, well not the comic shop, but like the used bookstore down the street from me has like a bunch of back issue comics, and they have a #1 Spawn like in great condition for $35, and I'm like I'm super tempted because that's such a great cover. I fucking loved it so much, but I'm like I'm not really a comics person.
Yeah.
I mean, I read some of them sometimes when the mood strikes me. Right now, I'm actually reading Lone Wolf and Cub because it was cheap. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to justify that purchase, but at the same time, I'm like, it's Spawn #1. Just in exactly the right age group where that would just like be the coolest thing ever. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gay.
Yeah, I'm gay.
You are gay. You know how gay?
Real gay.
That's right.
I'm Matt, by the way.
Tricky. So the mailman brought me some Simpsons Blu-rays.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I didn't realize they started putting them on Blu-ray.
They did, starting with 13, which is kind of strange because those seasons, like, they didn't actually start HD. Well, no, shut up. They didn't start using like HD production and like till like after the movie, which was like 19 or 20. So these are upscales, but they do actually look pretty good because at least 14 and 15 do, because that's when they started the switch over to digital paint instead of cell animation. So like it looks sharper, and it's funny because like in the intros, like obviously like the title sequence, other than the couch gag, is all the original old animation, and it actually does look pretty like grainy and dirty on that on the Blu-ray.
Oh,
but the couch gags and obviously the show itself looks pretty sharp. So
I got that on. I got an envelope from you, by the way, and I'm just opening it now.
oh, well, that should be your invitation to my gay wedding.
I did do a good job.
He says in surprise, looking at Mitch's job.
Yeah. Who did the print work on the back?
Just a print shop here in town.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I did nothing this week. I kind of just been more or less distracted. Just haven't done much. Did we even talk on Tuesday?
On Thursday?
Tuesday,
yeah. We played San Andreas.
Oh, Jesus.
And then we didn't do Thursday though because I was busy at the dentist. Apparently, Les the Homunculus recently beat Persona 5.
Yeah, but neither of us play the game. So.
Neither of us play Persona, unfortunately. Although I'm sure you had much more fun than I did with fucking Rayman.
Yeah.
But I was going to say 14 and 15 was the two Simpsons Blu-rays that I got, and because I guess this is where our collection's up to. And for a long time, like the Simpsons Blu-rays were kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say they're out of print, but they were harder to shut up. Game. They were harder to find. And more pricey than the DVDs. Like the DVDs are going like any season
$10
is like $10.
Yeah.
And the Blu-rays were something like 30 some odd or whatever. And holy fuck.
I think I stopped at 13 though. I think. Who's on 13? Is that
Ralph, I think.
Oh no. I must have stopped. I think I stopped at whatever one Krusty's on.
Krusty is on 11 or 12, I think.
Yeah, I stopped at 11.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that actually, the season finale for that is Behind the Laughter, so it's about as good a finale as you'll ever get. How the fuck? Oh, R1, that's how I breathe. Anyway, I was going to say, it's just fun going back to, like, the 14 and 15, like, the mid-teens, early to mid-teens are generally, like, considered, like, the worst part of the show by people who still like it today. And it wasn't really till towards like when the movie was coming out that the writers kind of start to be like, oh yeah, maybe we should make the show good too. But like going back to like look at contemporary reviews of those seasons, like that was generally like people were starting to have hope again for some reason.
Ew.
And they were like, yeah, this is fucked. They're like, no, 12, 13, whatever, that was fucked. But 14, now this is good. Like, people were like looking forward to the show again at the time, which is kind of funny just how, like, in hindsight, people kind of lump these ones in with the bad ones still. And there are still some episodes in there that I do like.
I mean, should we really trust reviewers any more back then than we do now?
Oh, hell no. But
yeah.
But it wasn't just reviewers. It was like fan forums and stuff too that were like, oh, the show's getting better again.
Should we really trust fans?
Oh, hell no.
Steamed hams. Which season is that? Is that like 6?
That's like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
That's like which season is Steamed Hams? Yeah, 6 or 7. That's from 22.
It's
22 short films about Springfield.
It's so funny because that episode was like, I quote that episode all the time, and just that scene was funny. And then just like the last year, people decided to start editing it. It's just funny because it was always a funny scene.
Yeah, that's still not my favorite part of that episode, though. I was like the Nelson pissing off the really tall guy.
that part, and my favorite
wave to the people.
My favorite part was when Wiggum's crossing the road with the donuts. I got donuts. Hey, I know you. And fucking Snake runs him down.
Oh, and that's the Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just like that. I just like that whole how it was filmed, because it's like POV from him inside the car, and he just crashes. He like smashes into the windshield. It's so funny.
Where the fuck am I? Oh my good god.
Oh yeah. Well, we said we're gonna start calling these streamed hams.
Yeah, we did, but I saw somebody else doing that, so.
Man. Well, maybe if I remember to, maybe if we don't say it out loud, maybe Lust's suggestion there will be the name of this episode. I actually did watch a movie. I've been distracted this week because I finally got my dad brought over the carts that he was building for me. So like was it Monday? I guess Monday night, all I did was just put my video game systems on these fucking carts. I'm hearing a slight echo. It's not that bad. But...
well, I don't hear it, which means it's probably me.
Okay.
Thankfully, I have a giant Doctor Who box I can put this on.
Sweet. So, but last night I did watch a movie. I always talk about Phantasm, that horror sci-fi movie that I love.
Motherfucker, I totally remember Phantasm.
There's like
I've never seen it. I just remember going to the video store and seeing that like lenticular box.
Oh, sweet. I didn't know there was like a... What was on the cover?
Just the guy.
The tall man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm pretty sure there's 5 of them, and I've never seen any of them except for the first one and the last one, 5. But I watched the second one last night because it was on YouTube, and it's pretty funny. Like it's more, the first one's still the best one, but this one's more like they're trying to have more fun with it, and there's more. They definitely had more of a budget to do practical effects, so there's some pretty cool scenes.
For sure.
Fuck. There's this one part where so like the kid is older, but they didn't use the same actor. But I think they actually use the same actor later on. But he has these like dreams, and this other girl has dreams, and they dream about each other. So it's like the tall man, like they never explain anything in these movies, which is fine. I don't want them to anyway. But I think what I think is happening is that for some reason, since the tall man has interacted with these two people, now they have psychic powers.
Oh well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. But he will dream. He'll dream about stuff that'll happen in the future, and he dreamt about this one girl. So they go to try to save her, and they find her, and she's like crying in the corner with like a big blanket on her, and she's got her mouth all taped up, and they're like, "What the hell? What did the tall man do to you?" And then the camera pans to her back, and it's like bubbling. So they pull the blanket back really, really fast, and it's like this like elaborate practical effect of like her back is like hollowed out, and like this like weird like almost Freddy Krueger-esque like puppet comes out of her back. It was fucking cool. Yeah, it was gross and cool. And that was actually how I found out about Phantasm, was because of that movie. It used to be on TV all the time, and I only saw one scene where it's
always the same scene.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And it was him with the 4-barreled shotgun that I used to talk about on the show, and he blasted like 2 of the minions of the tall man. It was pretty cool.
It's always like I remember. I don't know if this is like just my like sad childhood, but there's always like this category of movies that I always called TBS movies, where they were always on TV, and you would always see like the same 5 minutes of it while you were channel surfing.
That was
like it was like Lethal Weapon and like 2 other things. They're like always there.
For me, it was always there was a lot of movies like that. But let me just say hello to Nick, Scary. I think I said hi to Scary and Morgan, and that's pretty cool that his friend's dad looked like the tall man. And Tall Man does sound like a Twin Peaks thing. Well, what was that? No, he was the giant, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, season 3 is the fireman now, apparently, but every fucking time.
But it was always Groundhog's Day. It would always be the same like middle part that I would always see, even though it was a marathon every year. I never watched it because I didn't want to see it on TV. But I always kept the same part.
Yeah, and I would always see like the same 15 minutes of the TV edit for like Die Hard 2. Die Hard 2 was always on TBS, no matter what.
I almost bought Speed on Blu-ray because I never actually seen the whole thing, and I've only seen parts of it on TV.
Speed is another one that's a TBS.
Yeah. I want to see that movie because I think I'd like it a lot. Because obviously, but like I just never saw the whole thing.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. But...
It's like $8 on Blu-ray too. I'm thinking about getting House on Blu-ray because it's $20, but there's like a lot of like making of stuff because it's like an Arrowhead release, and Arrowhead does like a lot of that kind of shit for their horror movies. It's kind of like how
I thought you meant like Doctor House.
No, the horror movie comedy horror movie, to be fair.
Oh, so you mean Doctor House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was like, I don't know you like that fucking show, but hey, it's Joe Dini.
It's Joe Dini. I watched 1 episode of that show, and I liked it, but it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah, I had the first season box set because it was like Blockbuster was like getting rid of it or something, and it was like $3. So I tried it, and like it was okay, but the problem for me was it was like the same episode every time.
It's just the same. He's got the episode I saw was like I think like some kind of building collapses, and there's a woman trapped underneath a bunch of fucking rubble, and they'll have to amputate her leg to get her out.
Oh,
he doesn't want them to do it, and I'm like, that's stupid. Like you can get around without a leg. Like, yeah, so you'd rather just get killed. Like, it wasn't like she was a dancer or something. Like, I don't think they've established that she like needs both her legs. So like the house is like, he goes under there to be with her while they cut her leg off or something. I don't know. Again, I like him. He's a funny character, but like the show, I couldn't get.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Hugh Laurie from Blackadder, but
yeah, I didn't watch all of that. But Christina was watching it, and I'd be like in the other room, and I'd hear it. He was pretty funny.
Yeah,
the show was funny for sure. Like
the show was great.
Saw some episodes, yeah.
Yeah, I got the complete series for Christmas, so been enjoying that.
I think it's on Hulu. I think that's how she was watching it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have Hulu here, so.
Yeah, that's what Jamie was telling me.
Nope. Hulu is a very much US thing.
That's too bad. It's not the greatest, but it's just too bad you guys don't have it. Do you think you guys have anything that we don't?
Well, I mean, probably.
Universal healthcare.
Respect for our fellow man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, there's Craved, which is similar to Hulu, I guess, in that it's run by like a cable company, and they poach a lot of like. Yeah, it's run by Bell, which is one of the 2 big cable companies here. Basically, you've got Bell or Rogers are basically your 2 choices. And yeah, so they run Crave, and Crave has with exclusivity. Shut up, bitch! I hate this fucking. Anyway, they got some exclusivity deals going on. They poach a lot of like HBO series and shows like from FX, like Sons of Anarchy and whatever else. Like so. I think they're who's showing Star Trek Discovery here, because it's airing on Space Channel here on like just normal TV, cable, but a TV channel. But if you want it streaming, I think you have to have Crave. But I'm pretty sure it comes with a subscription. Like I don't know. I know you can subscribe to like the streaming individually. I don't know if you have to have the TV service or whatever. But anyway, yes, you wouldn't have that there. But it's not like it's going to be anything you don't already have, like on other stuff. But I mean, because the U.S. obviously produces most of the content, then you guys have much better availability because it's it's your own stuff. Whereas we have to import it, and it's always like annoying deals of like who's got the rights to this and what channel is showing this American show, and like it's just a fucking clusterfuck basically, because instead of being under a single banner, like where every Fox show is a Fox show, it's been carved up by like whatever little network wants to show it.
Oh.
Or it's like sometimes things air on CTV here, sometimes they air on Global, like sometimes it's this and sometimes it's that, and this channel is owned by this fucking media conglomerate. It's a fucking nightmare, basically. For anything that's produced outside of your country is a big pain in the ass.
It's the price you pay for not having school shootings.
Yeah, well, it's the price we pay for, producing shitty shows on our own.
Yeah,
more or
like
less.
just lots of cartoons for some reason.
Lots of cartoons and lots of subpar dramas and comedies. But I mean, it's tricky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Da Vinci's Inquest, that was a good show. Corner Gas was popular. Trailer Park Boys, I guess, is like our one show that people like. But
Oh no, we liked Kids in the Hall.
oh yeah, Kids in the Well, I was thinking things that are like
Oh, shows, not sketch comedy stuff.
yeah, more or less.
Yeah, because you guys are great at comedy.
Well, I mean, we don't have another option. Like it's either that or cry. So
Right.
all right, let's snowboard down Mount Everest. See how we do. I kind of hope they keep up with the Simpsons DVDs, though. Come to think of it, because they stopped for like 3 years. Like they put out season 17, and then the DVD lineup was canceled.
What?
And,
Really?
and they were like, well, now you can use the Simpsons World app from FFX, and it's like, well, that's nice, but that app is only available in the States. So what about fucking the rest of us?
So
like,
stupid. What's are they up to now? Like 30?
We're on 29 right now. That's currently airing. Yeah. So anyway, so they canceled the DVD line at 17 and for about 3 years, and then finally Al Jean, who's been the showrunner since like season 13,
Got fired, right?
No, he didn't get fired, but he managed to convince Fox to relaunch the DVD lineup, and so 18 came out in the holiday season last year. So,
I was thinking of the music guy. He got
that was Alf Clausen who got fired. Yeah. So, but I was hoping that like, they'll continue the DVDs, because apparently 18 did pretty well. And like for me, I always find those DVDs to be interesting, even like seasons where the episodes aren't the greatest. Like
because the commentary, right?
Because the commentary and the extras are always so well done. And I kind of hope that they at least do 19, because they came out like 20 was put on DVD immediately when it came out for like anniversary purposes, right? So there was this gap before they restarted. They had 17 and then they had 20. 18 and 19 weren't done. So if they could have the first 20 at least, and that would please my autism,
right?
To at least not have a hole in the collection. But I hope they keep it up. Apparently they've been recording commentary for some season 21 episodes. But that might just be for that fucking Simpsons World app. So I don't know if that's going to be a DVD still. But it did still do well. But the question is like, now that they're owned by Disney, like now what?
Yeah,
basically, because Disney is shit at putting their shows on DVD.
Yeah.
Like, look for you want to buy Goof Troop? Fuck you, basically.
No.
Like,
or Weekenders. Actually, what show they should put on? I think Disney would own it. The Buzz Lightyear cartoon was actually really good.
Yeah, that's a bad thing, unfortunately.
Phil Angie says, mouth gaping open, guys, the Switch is a year old. And I know that because on Facebook, my memory was it was from a couple of days ago. It was the Squidward sleeping meme where he's asleep and then he's still asleep. And I wrote, guys, the Switch comes out tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
And now I have one.
Yep. How the times have changed in just a year.
Gargoyles did get released fully on DVD.
Did it?
It took a long-ass time for the last volume to get released, but it did.
Didn't they start doing DuckTales, and did that, like, stall?
I don't know if DuckTales... The only one I know... I'm pretty damn sure Gargoyles did finish, because I remember buying them for Christina. Because, like, the last volume came out, like, just a year or two ago. But they first started coming out, like, 10 years ago. Well, it's fucking retarded. It's like Disney is this giant corporation that loves money. But when it comes to like putting in any kind of effort into like their older properties, they
TV
don't give a
shows.
shit. Yeah,
Well, they're TV shows. Like they're, but the thing is like their movies are great. Like any of the animated Disney movies, if you get those Blu-rays, they're loaded with great stuff. They're fantastic releases. It's only the TV shows that they neglect, and I don't know why.
Maybe there's just something weird with them.
Maybe there is something weird with them. And the other thing too is like I'm not too worried about things like Simpsons or 24 or like whatever other Fox shows like X-Files actually you might enjoy. Because they've already owned a TV station before, which is ABC, and you know, like we've got Lost and Desperate Housewives or whatever the fuck ABC shows people like for some reason. Like, you know, those are all on disc, so I wouldn't be surprised if The Simpsons continues if they think there's money in it.
Yeah,
but it's like their own in-house shows for some reason, like actual Disney shows. They just don't like to put out.
There's a lot of good Disney. Well, I mean, I enjoyed a lot of Disney cartoons back in the day.
Oh, for sure. I would kill to have the Winnie the Pooh cartoon.
Yeah, that isn't on DVD. That's insane.
I don't think so. I've looked for it, and like I love Pooh Bear and I love the
Yeah, me
movies
too.
and everything. But that cartoon was great. I used to love watching that at like 6 in the morning.
Time to get up. Time to get going. Gonna do something today.
Yep.
And he's Fuzzy, he's Pooh Bear. Yeah, I fucking watch that show all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
I was way old. It was just comforting just to have that on Saturday afternoon.
For sure. But I don't know.
There's a lot of fucking shows. Pepper Ann. I'd get that on
Holy
DVD. Why
shit,
not?
Pepper Ann.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, that was like the later stuff when like ABC was trying to be more for like young adults, or not young adult. I'm sorry, like adolescents. Like,
Well, wasn't that on like one Saturday morning or whatever?
yeah.
They having to compete with fucking WB and their sweet One Piece or whatever. So.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, they didn't put any anime on ABC.
No, they were busy illuminating television, like with Science Court or whatever the fuck that show was.
Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah, Recess is another one where Recess. I've watched episodes of that on YouTube, and that show holds up. That show is still fucking funny because it's deliciously moist.
I used to love Recess for sure. The other one I enjoyed was the Mighty Ducks cartoon where they were from space. I was told that that's actually a bad show, but I have fond memories of it.
Which show?
The Mighty Ducks cartoon where they were like literal ducks
Oh
from
yeah,
fucking space.
that show sucks, but the chick was hot.
The literal chick.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Christina had never watched Recess either, and just randomly it was a recommended video, and I put on 10 out of context scenes from Recess, and that creepy kid, the narc shows up, and I goes,
Randall?
I was like, oh, it's that deliciously moist faggot, and she was laughing so hard because she didn't know that he says deliciously moist. That's his catchphrase. So me calling him a deliciously moist faggot was just the funniest thing to her.
Deliciously moist like a McCain frozen cake.
Yeah, but man, that show's still good. How many fucking shows? Like when it first started on well, for me it was, I forget what they called the channel, but it was Channel 11, and then became the WB. But Channel 11 had those Disney cartoons like DuckTales and, but DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, and the Gummy Bears are all on DVD. It's when they went to like ABC, none of those shows are on DVD.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
ABC is the problem. Yeah, I used to watch them on ABC. That's where I.
Maybe ABC is the problem. Maybe it's not Disney. It's maybe there's some bullshit. Well, Disney owns ABC though, right?
Yeah, they do.
So, and they probably owned them back then, but maybe there's some kind of weird shit with them and ABC. Like maybe there's some guy holding out on. Are they lost to fucking reels? Who the hell knows?
I don't know. I have no idea. But I mean, yeah, it's too bad. But I mean, I still think that shows from Fox will probably be safe in terms of DVD releases. I think the only real question is that is if 18 sold well, and I think it did. And I think and John and I were talking about this last night, but I think it's less the fact that the DVD market has collapsed, but it's more the fact that all the good stuff has already been released, and that's why people aren't buying DVDs. I don't think it's that people don't want DVDs in this day and age, or at least not as many don't want them as people might think. I just believe that it's like, you know, if you want Friends or The Sopranos or like whatever, like all that shit's been out for like 15 years, you know? Yeah. And the stuff that people do want that ain't coming out, I think they've lost hope on it.
So literally Well, literally all of the cartoons that I'm mentioning that aren't on DVD were ABC One Saturday Morning cartoons.
Yeah, I used to love One Saturday. Did they put out the new Doug? Because I'm pretty sure they put out the old Doug, didn't they?
Yeah, but not the new Doug. And new Doug sucked anyway. And old
Well,
Doug
I know,
actually
but-
sucks retrospectively. So
Hey
yeah,
there, Douglas.
Hey there, Douglas. So we got 101 Dalmatians, the series, which I don't remember being all that good, but I watched it.
I watched it too. I remember there was a rooster in it.
And you got Doug, Pepper Ann, Recess. I don't know what Jungle Cubs is.
I don't remember either.
The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So that was 97 to 2002, but I think that's what we watched.
Yeah.
Hercules, the animated series, is actually pretty good. I watched a couple episodes of that recently. Mickey Mouse Works, I don't exactly remember what that was.
That was where they were. It was like they
had like a house, right? And they all kind of lived. He
no,
owned like a theater.
You're thinking of House of Mouse.
Oh, right.
But it was the same premise where basically it was just new shorts.
Oh, okay. Weekenders. I don't remember what Teacher's Pet was.
That was that dog, that blue dog.
Oh yeah. Ew.
That one got a movie too. What the hell? Why did that get a movie? Recess got a movie.
Oh, there's House of Mouse. Yeah, the Recess movie is on Netflix or Hulu or something, but the show isn't.
What the fuck?
Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
Okay, so yeah, Buzz Lightyear. That was what I was gonna say. It was like John Lasseter or somebody like hated Buzz Lightyear of Star Command and like was forbidding any references to it.
Who the fuck is that?
Whoever the fuck. I think he was like a Pixar guy that like took over Disney's animation wing or something like that.
It's probably because it was full of sexy, big-headed women, and he's a faggot.
Yeah, I don't know if it was actually John Lasseter, but it's like John Lasseter, or Brad Bird, or just one of those fucking like hoity-toity Disney guys has a problem.
I don't care.
Has a problem with Star Command for some reason and just does not want it referenced at all.
Lloyd in Space, The Legend of Tarzan, which is funny because I remember watching a lot of these shows on UPN eventually.
I don't remember Legend of Tarzan.
Yeah, it lasted a little while.
Did it?
Yeah. But
they had the Emperor's New Groove show too, right? That was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what kept me from watching the movie. Because the show was fucking trash.
I think we talked about that last week, actually.
Yeah.
I love that movie, though.
Yeah. The Legend of Tarzan. But it's funny because I do remember a lot of these, like, either they were on UPN, I guess, in syndication or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is Timo Supremo?
I have no fucking clue.
Let's see.
I mean, I think after a point, my brother and I, we switched over to Fox Kids because we were Digimon addicts. So some of these later One Saturday Morning ones we didn't really watch.
Timo Supremo was garbage. I know what it was now. It had like a Superman. It had like a kid in glasses who was like Superman. It had a kid on a skateboard who was like Evel Knievel. And then it had like a cowboy girl. But I don't remember liking it too much. And then
Flying Rhino Junior High.
And then the Proud Family was shit.
Was that a Disney show?
Yeah, I remember it being
on Saturday mornings. I thought that was like a weekday show.
No, it was on Saturday mornings. And then Even Stevens was a live action show with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I used to like that when I was a kid.
Me too. I liked it.
Was it any good, or was it just like one of those kid sitcoms like Lizzie McGuire? That's kind of.
This isn't the full list though. This is a wiki, so that can't be right.
Well, it might have been stuff that was just original, and maybe like it doesn't include the shit they licensed from other. Holy shit!
No, here we go. Here's a more complete list. Let's see.
What?
The Bugs Bunny and Tweety show was bad. I think because it was like the old Looney Tunes cartoons, but they would cut them up.
I remember watching them. Oh, you know what? No, I didn't watch that one. I watched the Roadrunner show, which also had the old Looney Tunes shorts, but I think they were uncut because it was an older show. But that was on fucking Teletoon, that one. So
I never watched the Lizzie McGuire show. I never watched Lloyd in Space. The Mary Kate and Ashley in Action. I don't know what that is.
Who the hell are they?
Yeah, Sabrina. I watched that cartoon.
I loved Sabrina. Well, not the cartoon, but the
show I watched. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Fillmore. I almost forgot about Fillmore. That show's still pretty good.
Fillmore he was a black hard ass. I remember that.
Yeah. And I watched some episodes recently. It's pretty fucking good. Kim Possible is pretty good. But that's new. We're starting to get into like 2002, 2006.
Yeah, that's more like cartoons my younger brother would have watched that I was not interested in anymore.
I watched them, but I didn't realize they were they're like new comparatively. I did watch a Lilo and Stitch cartoon. I feel like there's more. There was more stuff. Maybe it wasn't one Saturday morning or Disney, but there was stuff on ABC before that.
Probably. I think some of it is like, I don't remember exactly when Disney bought ABC, but it might not have been until the 90s.
Yeah.
Like the later 90s. So ABC might have had their own whatever going on before that. Disney World.
Disney World.
Oh, how's that for some 6-year-old memes for you? 6-year-old memes for that ass.
Oh no, that's too much. It's just 90s. It's just a list of ABC shows, so that's not going to tell me anything. Strange.
Probably not.
Here we go. A Cosmopolitan post 59 TV shows all Aussie 90s kids grew up watching.
ABC. Okay, so there's an Australian ABC. That's like it's their national broadcaster, the way that like the BBC is for Britain.
That's funny.
So it's a different ABC.
Oh well.
Yeah. ABC may be a hope for me though. The Australian one. They might have some Doctor Who that's been missing. They might. If we're lucky. Basically, for forever and ever, like, there's been, like, ABC obviously being, a Commonwealth country was one of the largest, importers of Doctor Who in the 60s and 70s. And so, obviously, prints were made and sent to Australia. So when, the BBC destroyed all of theirs, there's a hope that Australia still has some of this shit. And it seems like most of the ones that they would have sent on to other countries, and that probably aren't there anymore. If they were destroyed as well. But because Australia is much, much bigger than the UK, it seems as though that ABC may have made some like undocumented duplicates in order to send them out to like East Coast, West Coast, like relay stations for like time delayed transmission or whatever. So if we're fucking lucky, they might have a couple extra things.
Wow, so those ones that people always talk about were lost to time and were burned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, there's no guarantee. I mean, it's still been like 50-some years.
Well, yeah,
they still might have been destroyed, but I'm just saying there may have been more copies floating around than we thought, which is good. Because obviously that increases the chances that one of them somewhere is not, toast.
But where the hell would they be?
In some dusty-ass forgotten relay station or like signal boosting hut. I mean, we found 5 years ago which was like the most recent discovery. I mean, obviously it was in Africa, but yeah, it was just some regional station that nobody had thought to check.
In Africa?
And there was
That's funny.
Oh, Africa bought a lot of BBC shows because it was still the colonial era, and Britain had a lot of influence in Africa at the time.
Well, they also have the Ark of the Covenant, don't they? Those Ethiopian Jews.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had stuff. It was in Nigeria. They found Enemy of the World complete, which is 6 episodes, a 6-episode storyline, and Web of Fear, which they found 5 of 6. So it's almost complete. But yeah, it was 9 previously lost episodes were returned in total, basically, and it was a huge discovery because I mean we had things come back, obviously since then, but like usually not in a big haul like that. Usually it's just 1 or 2 isolated little episodes. So it was a big deal, and they sold very well.
I bet.
Excited. It's great because Enemy of the World is a really good story, and it was one that's kind of like underappreciated just because it doesn't have any of like the famous like villains in it, right? It doesn't have Daleks, doesn't have Cybermen, doesn't have the Master or anything. It's just it's a solid story. It's not even so much sci-fi as it is more like a spy story. But anyway, that's cool. Oh wait, that reminds me. That was the last thing I was going to say about the Simpsons being restarted on DVD. Is one thing they're doing now apparently is they're putting on like a bonus episode from a more recent season that has something to do with or is a follow-up to like an episode in the season in question, which I kind of like because it's like if they are still putting out only one set a year, it's going to take them like 100 millennia to actually catch up.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of nice to have some of the newer episodes in some kind of format other than digital. But anyway,
let's go to a break.
Yeah. Too much television.
I love gum. This little lady wants it, so you better give her some. Yum, I love gum. Shoot it on the face, then shoot it on the bum.
Now we're back.
Now we're back. This black guy is shredding like a motherfucker.
Wow.
Yeah. We're in Antarctica. It was nice of them to put up like grind rails here in Antarctica for us.
Yeah.
So, fucking Phantasm. I used to love going to the video store, and I'd always go to like the horror aisle where all of these things that I wasn't allowed to buy or rent were hanging out, and I would just see like I would always love like the slasher film series, just looking at the like Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street, like just how there was like 6 or 7 of them, and I was like, oh, I bet these are all thrilling. And Alien, I loved looking at the boxes for that. And I was just never allowed to rent them.
The horror aisle frightened me. I hated going down it because I'd always see something that would give me nightmares later.
Oh, I was a pussy too. I got nightmares from fucking Goosebumps. So I mean, I'm not saying my parents were wrong to not let me rent them, but I was always fascinated with it anyway.
I just wish I appreciated it more back then.
My name is John Parrish, formerly known as Jax.
Yeah,
Well,
I miss
known as
video
Jax.
stores, man. I really
I've
do.
been talking to a bunch
Ours
of
had
assholes
the
and
black and
idiots
white checkerboard
who've been
board.
idolizing me for the
And it also
last
sold
15,
pizza.
20 years.
Oh wow, that's why
On
that movie,
random assault.
that
I
newer
would
movie
not
from last
listen
year,
to
The Gate,
Eat this, sucker!
was cool because
Watch
in the
me
beginning,
now!
they're in an old school video store. So it was pretty cool. That movie was good. And now it's like I think it's like $13 on Blu-ray, and that other movie that I watched, The Void, is like $10 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I find that's. I mean, nowadays anyway, like single movies on Blu-ray are pretty cheap,
Yeah,
which
it's
I
one of those-
enjoy. I mean, I know a lot of people don't care about discs anymore, but
I do. It's like I was saying, like I was scoffing at like Blu-rays that were like $20, but then I started, like I said, like why, the house is never going to be any less than $20. So I'm like, but why? Why is it so fucking expensive? All these other shit movies are like cheap, and not that I said. I mean, movies that I like that are shit. Like, but that movie is it's $20 because it has like a fuck ton of extras. I'm like, oh, okay. So I gotta start like thinking about it that way. Like I watch, and commentary too.
yeah, that's pretty much how I view it. It's less about the actual price and more just the like
What's
the
extra.
value for money, essentially.
Yeah, because most of the time I just want the movie, but like
Yeah, but certain
those
things.
like I love House and I love Phantasm, and there was something yeah, it's the no it's not Reanimated, it's
Reanimator?
Resurrected.
Oh,
The Resurrected just got released on Blu-ray, and that's starting to go down in price. But I didn't think to look. Well, what's the extras? Maybe there's like really kick-ass extras because the guy who made that movie is the same guy who wrote Alien. I think it's Dan O'Bannon.
oh, really?
Yeah, I think. I should
That's
look.
cool. I liked him. He made a good impression on me on the Alien DVDs because he always wore a bow tie for his interviews.
Oh, no. Yeah. I'm sorry. The director is Dan O'Bannon, but still,
Still,
I bought it on VHS just so I could watch it, and then the Blu-ray came out like 4 months later or something.
oh,
No, it's okay. I mean, the fucking VHS was like $4, but it was funny because it looks like it's a VHS, so it's not very good. But it kind of made the
No.
movie even better because it's so.
I still have the Winnie the Pooh movie on VHS, like the original Winnie the Pooh movie.
Oh wow.
I'd love to have the Blu-ray, but I don't have it. And there's something about the VHS. I mean, I guess it's just because that's how I first saw it. There's a certain nostalgia to it.
Oh sure.
Yeah. Fucking, I had the same thing kind of happen to me with Columbo though. Like, Columbo's a great show. Anybody who doesn't watch Columbo is gay.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Well, it's a good show. Anyway, so like wow, you're dying. So the individual seasons are like, I mean, they say seasons, but really it was a series of like TV movies that would air every other week. They're like 90-minute episodes, and they were like $8 a set. But the thing is the show went on for a long time, and it would like stop for a decade and then come back as a new like TV movie block, right? So like it went from like the late 60s to like 2003. So there's a lot of DVDs to collect. And anyway, but they're like $10 a piece, and but it still adds up. And then so I bought the first 2, and now just recently I looked, and there's a complete box for $50.
Oh jeez.
And that wasn't there before because I looked, and the only complete set I ever found was from Japan because apparently they love him over there.
Who is this again?
Columbo.
Oh.
Apparently they fucking love Columbo over in Japan. So they had like this giant like complete set that looked like a cigar box.
Oh shit.
And it wasn't available here. So I was buying the individual sets, and now I guess there's like a budget priced complete book of Columbo, and that kind of pissed me off. But
Well, that's like with Phantasm. The all 5 movies on Blu-ray is like 100 and fucking, because it's not in print anymore, so it'll be like 150, like $200. But if you want them on DVD, they're $30.
yeah,
But it's like, and I'm like, well, I don't like DVD, but these are like new DVDs, so like maybe they'll look okay.
I found that it really depends. Like,
Yeah,
it depends on the show, it depends on the studio, it depends on how much
they care.
depends on how much they care, basically. Like, we recently, just for shows that we're watching, John and I, we bought the final season of CSI, and CSI, they never really put much effort. They put a couple seasons on Blu-ray, but they didn't like go whole hog with it. And so we've been watching it mostly just on DVD, and those DVDs always look really good. CSI, like, whether you like the show or not, it's always been a very good-looking show.
Oh yeah,
It's always been a very stylish show, and the DVDs look great. But at the same time, we also bought 24 Legacy with the Black Guy spinoff, and those DVDs, like, it's clear that somebody at Fox just did not give a shit, because there was a Blu-ray that only came out in Britain. The US and Canada only get DVD, and it's like the flimsiest packaging I've ever seen in my life. Like, the plastic is so thin, the case is like super bendy. The discs, like, the print job on them isn't very good. There's not a booklet, nothing. Like, the plastic is like really cheap, like cellophane feeling kind of shit. Like, so it's like some studios care still, and some studios have just fucking given up on discs, I think. Or at least they've given up on that show. Just too bad. But I was pretty pissed off when that happened. Don't give me a 0. You're a 0, game. Fuck you. Ugh. I just kind of think that more studios, if they're worried about like disc sales, they should probably do it like Warner Archive, which is like print on demand.
Sorry, say that again?
I said if movie studios are worried about disc sales not being worth a print run, I mean, Warner Archive is a print on demand system.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like that. See, it's stuff like that I wish people would use Kickstarter for, or what? Not Kickstarter, but something like a demand service where it's like, do you want this on DVD? Give us $20.
Yeah,
like
that's how Warner Archive works. Is you put in an order and they print you a DVD, basically.
I never heard of that. Warner Archives? Huh.
Yeah, obviously it's the old / obscure arm of Warner Brothers Home Video, and yeah, it's a lot of their titles are print on demand.
It's very.
I mean,
strange.
some of it's still out there. I mean, I think some of Shout Factory stuff might be print on demand as well. I don't really remember.
Indeed, Chunkus Bunkus, it is us.
It is the Random Ass Salt podcast.
Yeah. It's got to be a rights issue a lot of times, because I don't understand. Like, companies love money, so I don't know why they would. Well, again, but I'm not a giant company, so there must be some kind of minutia to this where they're like, well, we would lose if we would have
12 cents.
Yeah, we would lose 12 cents every time we sold a DVD, so it's not worth it. You know,
Yeah,
some bullshit.
some bullshit.
Because, like we were mentioning before, like, I would buy Recess on DVD, or
For
like
the right
even
price.
Disney sucks even with new shows too. No, Cartoon Network and Disney suck, because like, where's my fucking Gravity Falls Blu-ray? Where's my regular show Blu-ray? Like, I would fucking buy a regular show box set tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I mean, like, it would have, but only if it had extras, because they probably don't do it, because you can very readily watch these shows on Hulu.
My suspicion is just that they probably think that because these are cartoons, that they're aimed at children. Children don't have money.
Yeah, I
You know.
guess.
But I mean, that's like patently not true, especially with I mean, to bring up a positive example for Disney, like, they're, like I said, the Blu-rays of their animated features are gorgeous, and they're clearly aimed at an older collector.
Yeah.
Same thing with like the Looney Tunes Golden Collections or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck those are called. Like, you know, there's definitely market for it. I mean, Batman Animated was definitely aimed at older fans as well. That box set was not cheap.
They it kind of reminds me of that interview that not Paul Dini. Wait, no, I think it was Paul Dini. Did with that guy that should have died instead of Billy Harrington, Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah.
How Young Justice was canceled because Well, it's not really the same, but Young Justice was canceled because girls like the show and girls don't buy toys. It kind of reminds me, it's like they don't put shows on. They might not put shows on DVD because they think kids wouldn't buy it. But it's like kids don't buy anything anyway. It's the parents.
Yep.
So like, put it out. Either parents will buy it for their kids, or grown-ups will buy it for themselves. Like it's a win-win. Or
yeah,
exactly. Fucking Kevin Smith.
Scary Larry, you are right. Looney Tunes was always for an older audience, like the theatrical shorts and everything. But I'm just saying, like, animation in general, people tend to write off for kids unless it's anime, in which case they think it's tits.
Yeah, I brought this up a million times, but these big companies, like back in the 90s when they thought cartoons were kids, no matter what the cartoon was, like Cyber 6 and Escaflowne.
yeah. Or, licensing something like, oh, I don't know, One Piece for your child-friendly dubbing company. Yeah,
exactly. That show is so different when you watch it in Japanese.
It's great.
Yeah.
If you like pirate adventure, One Piece is fun. But
well, only if you like 5 episodes in a row where nothing happens, though.
Well, I mean, it's a shonen series, so
yeah,
I guess you can read the manga if you really want to. But
possibly.
Oh yeah, I read a story about Kevin Smith, by the way, that might tickle your rage.
Is it about him becoming a vegetarian?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is actually like way back when.
Oh.
So, well, I mean, I say way back when, but anyway, apparently, like way back when, he wrote a Daredevil plotline for the comics, where it was kind of introduced sort of the modern take on Bullseye. And it was very popular, and everybody liked it, and so there was a gentleman's agreement between him and Joe Quesada at Marvel, where if there was going to be another like significant Bullseye storyline in Daredevil, Kevin Smith would be given first dibs on writing it. And so, like a decade later, when the time came, they were going to make another Bullseye storyline, and Kevin Smith like rocked up to Marvel like, "Hey, what the fuck? You promised me like 10 years ago that I could write this," and they were like, "Oh shit, yeah, okay, fine, here you go." And he came out with like 1 or 2 issues that were way late, and then lost interest and kind of never finished it. And then later, when he was interviewed about it, he was like, "I didn't actually want to write the story. I just wanted to hold them to their promise." I was like, "You fucking piece of shit!" Like,
that's why I people,
fucking asshole.
Like people now, they don't like him now, but I was seeing all this shit like a decade ago that he's a jerk.
I just read that story recently. I'm like, that is a real dick move.
When did he do that though? Did he do that a decade ago?
I think the getting lost and losing interest was sometime during the mid 2000s.
Yeah, that's when I noticed he was an asshole and never went back. Hello, Chris. Hello, Chunkus. I think I said hi to Chunkus. And Hanna-Barbera is probably to blame for cartoons being for kids.
Well, you say that, but like Flintstones was prime time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what? Maybe not, because those cartoons they're not funny. They can only be for adults.
Those cartoons but yeah, Flintstones was prime time. Remember, that was a big deal like when The Simpsons came out, because it was like the first prime time cartoon show since Flintstones.
Yeah, but fucking Kevin Smith, like ever since fucking like he had that heart attack, and all I can talk about is like how life is precious, and he's a vegetarian apparently. Like he just became a vegetarian because of this, and I'm like,
well, I saw him eating a big block of cheese. I guess that's a vegetable. So
yeah, fuck him. I wish I felt bad. I wish I felt bad about me not feeling bad that he had a heart attack. Well, I just don't.
It's hard to. I am falling down that hole a lot.
Yeah, you are.
It's hard to have sympathy for him when you read dirty stories like that Daredevil thing, which is just such an asshole move. Like,
well, what started to get me was when he was, I forget who he was ripping on. It was some actress, but it was like how he met her once and she seemed like a cunt, and it was just this. He had a blog at some point. He just wrote this whole big thing about her being a cunt. And I'm like, what do you care? And then when he was so fucking fat, the airline made him buy 2 seats, and he was like upset for like 3 days because of it. It's like, dude, you're fat. And then the final straw for me was when he's charging $35 to see him at a Comic-Con, and I'm like, fuck you. Like that's when I finally said fuck you. But that was like 2002 or something. When no, actually no, it was like 2005. Not playing the superior SSX3.
Well, yeah, I don't have SSX3 though. I have the original. I have Tricky, but
a few days ago, I forced myself to play the GBA version of Monkey Ball, and I have never been closer to understanding true pain since. I'm sure that's got to be fucking.
Oh wow. Yeah, load up Rayman next.
Yeah, hello, real names not given. Yeah, so I just I mean, maybe he's better now, but like, you know, I don't know him personally, so.
No,
plus,
neither do
you know
I.
what it is? It's more like now that he's trying to be a better person, it annoys me even more. It annoys me.
Depends
more.
on how smug he is about it too.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I mean. It's like
you're an asshole and you always were. Don't pretend like your shit don't stink, and it probably does. Like big grease balls too.
Because when he fucking had this heart attack, my friend at work was like, "Watch, he's gonna be even more annoying to you because he's gonna start working out and like try to be healthy and all this kind of shit." And I said, "Dude, fuck him. There's no way I'm gonna let him do that before me." So I joined the gym. I've been going to the gym for the last 2 days. but then then of course 2 days later he's talking about how he's a vegetarian now. I'm like, fuck off, dude. It's too late.
I've given up gluten.
Well, no, but that's what I mean. It's like I think it was Imran. He said, "Yeah, it's meat's fault that you're a fucking hedonistic faggot." It's like, you know, he's like, I smoke weed, man. It's like, it's fuck you. It's funny because he never smoked when he made jokes about weed. You know, Kevin, with his two characters, it's like he actually never did any drugs. Now that he does drugs, when is the last time he actually wrote a movie worth of shit? He comes out with all these dumbass movies. Like, he comes out with a movie like every year, but they're fucking retarded.
Does he still come out with movies?
Yeah.
Isn't Clerks 3 coming, or has that already happened?
I don't know. Maybe it will now, because he almost fucking died.
Well, I mean, that's what it took to get Stephen King to fucking finish Dark Tower.
Oh, wait, Stephen King had a heart attack?
Yeah, he didn't have a heart attack, but he got creamed by a car.
Oh.
And he almost died, and so he was like, "Oh, I better actually finish Dark Tower." So he came out with because he started Dark Tower, I think in like Dark Tower 1 came out in like late 70s, and then like by the 90s it was only to Dark Tower 4 out of 7, and he was like, "Oh, I guess I better fucking get off my ass," and so 5, 6, 7 came out in like 2 years. He just like shat those out as fast as he could.
Oh, there's like an interview that I couldn't find where he's doing an interview, but he's like high on painkillers. But I guess because he was in a car accident.
Well, he wasn't in a car accident. He was just like run over by one.
Oh, because it's like because I saw a clip in another guy's video of him, and he's like really goofy in it. So I was like, oh, that looks funny, but then I couldn't find the actual full clip.
Yeah.
And Kevin Smith is like fucking Adam Sandler. Where they just like he won't
stop.
He writes shitty scripts just to fleece some company out of money, and hires all of his dumbass friends. There's a trailer for a new Adam Sandler movie with fucking guess who, Chris Rock and
Kevin James.
Probably, but it was like a trailer for it, and in the description, the title for the trailer, there wasn't a name for the movie. And I'm like, yeah, because it's just Adam Sandler movie number 427. Like, who cares? Were Dark Tower 5, 6, 7? Oh, were Dark Tower 5, 6, and 7 any good? Were they?
I like them. The ending, as with any long-running fantasy or sci-fi series, the ending was controversial because nerds are mad.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I think that the series overall was kind of like it meandered a little too much, just with like Dark Tower 4, like the entire book was a flashback. The entire book is a flashback. And it's interesting stuff. It's not like it was, you know, like reused material or anything.
Oh, okay.
It was like, here's my backstory from like 100 years ago.
I thought it was like a Last Time On episode where they show you like this.
Oh no, it wasn't a clip show. It wasn't the book equivalent of a clip show. But
okay.
Yeah, 5, 6, and 7. I mean, I did like them definitely. I wanted a more definite ending than there was. But he did come out with an 8th Dark Tower like a couple of years ago, which is like set in between 4 and 5. So I don't know. I mean, you can get away with doing that though, because there was always the impression, like between books, that there was like journeying going on that we didn't see. Except for the last 3 were so like tied together because they were written all in pretty much one shot.
Captain Largo was making a joke about how Matthew Broderick like killed a woman, right, in his car.
Was it Stephen King that he killed?
Maybe.
Ooh,
spooky.
Yeah, Stephen King in the later Dark Tower books, because Dark Tower is like a really meta series. Like they go to, because they're like traveling between dimensions, they travel to like our dimension and talk to Stephen King, and like they're present there when he gets hit by the car, and like they need to rescue him because they need the rest of the story to be told, or whatever. In most series, that kind of thing would probably piss me off, but the fact that Dark Tower is already kind of like just weird like that, it was kind of just the next fucking thing, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Adam Sandler is the furry artist commissioner of Hollywood movie makers is the only reason why some people still have work. That wouldn't surprise me. I remember like way back when, I think it was like when what was the one where he played his own sister?
Oh, that was Jack and Jill. That movie made Red Letter Media collectively lose their fucking shit.
Yeah, that one. I like their theory where they're like tracing back the money, and it's like basically the Coke Corporation pays for Adam Sandler to make movies, so for product placement purposes, because it's all under one big corporate umbrella.
Yeah, but I mean, I actually rewatched that two-parter, like 2 weeks ago or something, and they're probably right. And they're weird. They're bizarre with their like predictions and stuff. Like I know their job is just to watch movies, and they've been doing this, and they've been doing it like just because they're nerds. They just watch literally everything, and now it's their job.
Yeah,
but it's like it's really weird.
Well, I mean, I think it's not just experience, but also it's that old thing where cynicism, or is it realism? We all know damn well that it's fucking stupid.
Adam Sandler is secretly a furry. After finishing the game, what animal did you get in Metal Gear Solid 3? I'm not sure what he means.
For our Let's Play, what our rank was.
Oh, what was our rank?
We got like a code name. I actually don't know. Probably
I
nothing.
Remember.
Probably nothing very nice because we fucked up a lot.
Yeah,
it's probably like Dirty Duck or something. I don't remember.
I'll try to get those out faster. I just been, like I said, I've just been really distracted this week.
Yeah.
I did put out one. I put out one episode at least.
Yeah, we're up to part 3. There's only like, I don't know, 12 of them, so we're like a quarter of the way, I guess, now.
Yeah.
So, it's the Bad Boys from Ocelot Street. That's the one we put out.
I do like my song choice, though, for the intros.
Oh, what is your intro song?
How many spots does an ocelot got? Does an ocelot got a lot of ocelot spots? The reason why I picked that is because there was a girl cosplayer dressed up as Ocelot, and she was doing the gun tricks, and that song was playing, and I was like, oh, that's funny. The song's actually about ocelot conservationism, because apparently they don't have a lot of spots to hunt. That's what the song's about.
Oh.
Yeah. See, it's a play on words.
An ocelot spot. I like it.
Do you ever plan to play or talk about Metal Gear Dead on Arrival? What's that?
I think they mean Metal Gear Survive.
Oh, I think the internet said all they can about that game, and I don't have any personal interest in it. I used to be an enormous fan of Metal Gear, but for me, like, I've said this before, but like Metal Gear Solid 4 was such a definitive ending for the storyline to that point. I felt like that was the finale of the series. And so I didn't follow any of the later games very closely. I still haven't played Peace Walker. I still haven't played MGS5, so I haven't even played Revengeance. And so I kind of feel like I'm not really up to date on the series anyway, so I'm not super pissed off, because if I want new Metal Gear, I still have 2 or 3 more games before I hit a rough patch. I think it's embarrassing. I played through Twin Snakes over the last week or so, which I hadn't actually done that version before. I've only played the original. And yeah, I just always think between that and doing Snake Eater recently for the Let's Plays, I'm just baffled at the fact that Konami would fuck around with Kojima like that. It's just insane. And I know Kojima's not a perfect person, but write that guy pretty much a blank check in terms of creativity. I don't understand why. And game sales.
It's ridiculous.
So Scary Larry says Stephen King once tweeted how a garbage truck hitting a car full of Republicans is instant karma. Then someone asked King if the car hitting him was instant karma. I do know that Stephen King's become a giant fucking faggot in the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's become quite the SJW for sure.
Film Theory, projectile grease shits. Metal Gear, buy more save slots. I heard that too. But I think it's because it's a multiplayer game. You have to. There's only one save slot, but they offer you the ability to buy more, which is weird.
I think it's kind of retarded, but you know.
Well, it's because you could have like I think it's because you have multiple characters. So I only know anything about this game because of Garrett from Mega 64 has been let's playing it. Let's playing it in the sense. I'm sorry, he's been streaming it. It's not a let's play.
Oh well, one thing that's actually surprised me about that game is that apparently they've bothered to give it like a date in the Metal Gear timeline. It's taking place between the two halves of Metal Gear Solid 5, or well, not halves, but it's taking place between Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain.
Oh, yeah,
because that was just bizarre. It's like, why even bother at this point?
Yeah, and it's what if Brendan Fraser isn't? What would happen? Yeah, apparently I can't. With him, the whole thing with him is that like he was apparently harassed, and that's why he's saying he was blackballed from Hollywood. But I
was like he was blue-balled.
Yeah, I don't know if it's horrible to say, I guess, but I don't know if I believe him because I think he's just trying to. I think he might just be trying to get attention because of all the stuff that's going on. But
I just don't believe anybody anymore. I don't believe the stars that say they were raped, and I don't believe the producers saying that they didn't rape. I don't believe anybody.
You're right. I guess I want to believe Brendan Fraser. I guess just because like he seems
such a likable guy.
Yeah, and he just kind of it really did seem like his it wasn't a fall to grace. It was a teleportation to the bottom. Like he just disappeared.
Pretty much. I mean, granted, a lot of the movies he was starring in weren't great, but
no, but they were like, I mean, like they weren't like the last movie he was in was like trash, and then, but everything before that, I remember being like, I didn't watch him, I guess, and that's probably didn't help matters. But like I just thought
I mean, they're like, man, Brendan Fraser, we would have him in starring roles more often if it hadn't been for fucking Matt.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying maybe a lot of people didn't watch him.
Well, yeah, I mean, the last thing I can think of that he was in that was actually like prominent at all was Mummy 3. I don't think anybody liked that.
No, I didn't. I loved the first two, and I didn't even see that one.
I didn't see that one either, just because I was like, I think I was put off the whole franchise just because of like the 600 Scorpion King sequels.
Yeah, which I only ever saw the one. I didn't even know there was like 5 of them.
None of them are any good.
Yeah, they're not.
And only one of them is The Rock, so...
Yeah. Yeah, The Journey to the Center of the Earth, if you will. I did forget about that movie, so fuck it. Yeah, I guess he was in a lot of shit that I did not care about, so that's probably... Again, I think he might actually be full of shit. Who knows? Maybe. But I do know he had a horrifying divorce, so that wouldn't help matters.
No, but I mean, on the other hand, like, he wouldn't be the first Hollywood star to kind of be shit-canned for other reasons. I mean, we talked about what happened to Edward Norton before, and it was mostly because he wouldn't toe the party line with Marvel and because he kept trying to stick his fingers into the editing process for Hulk. And Marvel and Disney are like, we don't roll like that. We're not a little independent film studio. You can go fuck right off, basically.
I'm not sure what Chris means about the cinematic universe craze is dead. I mean, doesn't seem to be. Maybe it's dead in the sense that no one cares anymore, but that doesn't mean that the companies aren't stopping.
Well, I mean, the cinematic universe craze, I honestly, I don't think it's... Outside of things like Marvel, like, I don't think it's quite as unique as people think it is, because sequels and series have always been a thing. Like, I just talked about going to the fucking video store. There's always, like, 7 fucking Nightmare on Elm Street things, like...
Yeah, but that was more of a...
Well, I'm just saying...
They're
like,
not... now they are planned sequels from the very beginning.
That is true, but I'm just saying, like... It's just the next evolution of making 100 sequels to something. Like, it's not exactly a new concept that this makes money, we will make more. All it means with the cinematic universe is that now, instead of making direct sequels, they can make what are essentially spin-offs and tie them under the same banner, and people still feel obligated to go see them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I wouldn't say the craze is dead. I'm saying, like, it never really took off into a craze anyway, because, like, you know, you might say Star Wars, but, like, Star Wars... has always had its own universe. Marvel is the only one that's been successful with it. Nobody cares about DC. Nobody cared about Ghostbusters. Like, I don't think anybody is watching the non-Harry Potters, where everyone was actually trans.
I absolutely forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, like...
Also, the Cummy Chunkus is my favorite movie poster. The Cummy made me fucking laugh my ass off. And apparently... I would buy that Way Forward game if it wasn't like $30 fucking or something. Like, I want to play, and I love Way Forward.
What Way Forward be this?
The Mummy, that new Mummy movie, which was shit. They made a movie, a Mummy Like Demastered game that was
a-
really good. It's a side-scrolling shooter platformer, like 16-bit, and it's really cool looking, but it's too much money.
Movie studios no longer coming out saying they have a cinematic universe now. Well, yeah,
Oh,
but even so,
they were really trying though.
they were really trying. I'm just saying I think it was less of a craze than people sort of made it out to be. I thought a lot of it was like PR stuff that was never actually going to happen.
Yeah, and it really was just like it was the three big ass fucking studios: Disney, Disney, Warner Brothers, and Universal.
Yep.
Which I guess I can't even think of other companies that are still around. Like, is Paramount still a thing?
Paramount is still a thing.
Oh, okay. Lionsgate is Lionsgate a production studio or just a distributor?
Lionsgate is actually kind of, yeah, no, it is. It's actually kind of a new upstart that's doing really well. I mean, new by like movie studio standards.
Yeah, it's funny because I have I one day I was bored and I was like separating I think I said this on the show before. I was separating my Blu-rays into studios or at least distribution companies, and like half of them are from Lionsgate because they come out with a lot of schlock.
They come up with a lot of schlock, and they also bought up a lot of older properties, and they've been doing really well for a newer studio. Like I think their big hit was like the Saw franchise, I believe, was their like big breakthrough, and then they made shitloads of money off of it.
How much is too much money, Flap? $30. I think it might have been 15. I mean, if it was 15, I think I would have just gotten it. So I think it was like 30. And I mean, for like a game like that, because like, I don't know. It does look good though. I recommend it as far as how it looks, but I don't know. I haven't been playing a lot of games lately. I was playing a lot of games for a little while. Then this happens to me all the time. I play games in bursts where I'll play a lot of games for like a month or so, a couple of months, and then I don't play them for a couple of months.
Columbia Pictures is still a thing. Well, Columbia Pictures is actually part of Sony.
That's what I was wondering, because I know a lot of these companies are under another umbrella. Like, what's the one that Disney owns?
Touchstone.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, they own Touchstone for like more serious features, and then they own Miramax for things that are like either independent or edgy, like Tarantino.
Yeah,
which is always funny to me, just thinking like, oh yeah, Disney fucking owns Kill Bill. Like,
the bride is a Disney princess.
Hell yeah, she is.
Hell yeah. Not to sound like a Tumblr post, but still. Or sorry, that'd be more of a BuzzFeed post.
I don't give a fuck. The Disney princesses imagined as though they were samurai.
Yeah. Tom Cruise and the chummy, the thummy, in his bummy with. Oh, wait, let me read this again. Tom Cruise and the thummy in his bummy with the cummy from the Mummy.
Ooh.
Thank you, Largo. How's Taco Bell gonna make money off of that? I'm not sure what he means. Jimmy Jam. How I can see that it's kind of pricey. Yeah, 30. That's what I'm saying. Let me see. I'll look it up because I'm not really sure. I think it's called the Mummy Demastered. I'm sorry, the Cummy recummied.
Daddy's recummies.
Bro,
oh my
it's
gosh.
20. Okay, it's 20. Like I wanted it to be 15. I'm sure it'll be on sale at some point. I'll pick it up for sure.
What platform is this? DS?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah, Steam, Switch, PS4, probably.
No, I never fucking heard about this. I mean, I don't pay attention to fuck all anything, so
Yeah, I
it's
know.
not surprising. But I had to tell you, living in ignorance, it really is bliss.
Not for the rest of us, though. It's actually quite annoying.
You say that, but I mean, look, it's better because
There's a show when I have to explain something to you.
It's
like
a well,
explaining it
yes,
to the audience, yeah.
correct, and also because I don't get pissed off at like I don't know. I just see so many people on Facebook. This is fucking stupid. Let the liberal.
I'm not
It's
mad,
like, I
but
don't
that's the
give a
thing.
fuck.
But none of us are mad about the Cummy remastered. We're happy about it, and you don't know about it, so then we have to explain it to you while you like angrily ask us, "What is that?"
I'm not angry. I just ask you, what is it? Because I don't know what it is. I don't know why you always think I'm angry.
Don't worry, my medication should even me out soon.
Oh,
Quentin
good. Oh, you are
Tarantino-
getting medication. Excellent.
Zoloft, baby.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I was hoping we were going to be Zoloft buddies.
We would be drug buddies.
We'll have to have a Zoloft banner.
We'll have a Zoloft swap when you get here.
Yeah,
Round and round and round the pill goes.
we could shoot pills into each other's mouths at the wedding.
Good. Good.
Oh, man.
So you're too embarrassed to be the maid of honor, but you'll do that in front of
yeah.
100 people.
I'll bring my Zoloft to the Pez dispenser.
Perfect.
Well,
Love
they
it.
start. I mean, I just started it, so it's like 25. It's like half a pill for the next 7 days. It's like 25 milligrams. Then it goes up to full pill. Then it's like, let's see. What's this say? Then increased to 1.5 tablets daily. Then I see him again in a month. It's funny because like I'm telling him all the stuff that wrong with me, and he's like, I'm basically just talking at him, but he's asking me questions, and he goes, "So, would you say you're a patient person?" I just started laughing at him. I'm like,
oh my god, no!
Fuck no.
just ask anyone I've ever met.
Yeah, and he knew the answer, but it was pretty funny. What was the other thing? Oh, he says, "Do you find that noises bother you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do a podcast, and I can't concentrate when Kate's clicking something, and I'm trying to talk to her. I just stop." But it was
It's like maybe you should do something else.
no.
Well,
Yes, Captain Largo. So you're okay. Yes. Keith sends me fucking porn every day. I mean, it's great. I'm not complaining. It's just funny. I was wondering how the hell he found me.
who's Keith?
He's just a guy on
What's
Facebook.
that?
Yeah. A guy on Facebook just sends me fucking hentai like nonstop.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Say thank you.
I do.
Say thank you to the nice man.
Jesus.
Brought you titty.
Cummies, Shaker Bummy featuring Genie Mummies. But yeah,
That
So hopefully
sounds
it
like
doesn't-
an Andre
it's a-
3000 verse, but
if
sure.
you're doing Zoloft, I'm not too worried about myself then, because I was telling him like, look, it can't affect my job because I'll kill myself if this affects my work.
Why? I don't know if you should be holding me up as the paragon of mental health. I did just cry over Rayman.
True.
I'm not really sure why that's reassuring to you, other than it's like, oh, I'm not the only one who's fucked up.
Well, that's pretty much the reason. And
Aha. Son of a fuck.
this is the other thing I was worried about was like, because he said it won't turn into a zombie. I was like, okay, yeah, because I want to have emotions.
Oh no, for sure. But I mean, granted, I am also combining this with estrogen, so
Maybe I should too.
unless you want some fat anime titty of your own, I wouldn't recommend it.
Maybe. So we'll see. It's they said it wouldn't even really feel like it was working for 2 weeks, and then I talked to him.
To be honest, it doesn't really feel like anything anyway.
Well, that's
It's only
what
really
I'm-
in hindsight that you notice these things.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Bap. Boop.
Anyway, I probably shouldn't turn this into like a fucking.
My mental health is
My mental health- yeah. I mean, it always has. My sister said she's like, honestly, you probably should have been on something for the last
Decade.
15 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's on.
Beside Twin Snakes, any other old games I got back into? I got back into Left 4 Dead 2. The fact that you consider that old pains me, but
It is though.
I know. I just don't like to think of it that way because that means I'm old. Other old games I get back into. Well, I mean, I've been playing like Genesis games and PS2 games. That's kind of my bread and butter. So I mean, any game I play is like old. Obviously, Rayman 1 was the most recent thing, but I also have recently been playing the Metal Slug series, and I've been playing through the Mega Man collections because I got those on the Steam Winter Sale. And yeah, you're gay. Mega Man 8 was pretty good. It's just they need to not talk because of Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Oh, I remember we talked about that on Tuesday. Now, okay,
We talked about that on our San Andreas Let's Play. So I mean, that joke will be fresh when you hear it again in like 4 months.
nice. Yeah, Captain Largo. I think it's funny.
Get the fuck away from me! Who the hell are you? Fuck off!
Keeps sending me lewds every day. There's another fucking
Like Quaaludes?
yeah. He sends me Quaaludes in the mail.
Send me lewds.
Yeah. Oh, it was funny because the day after, because he was asking me like, do you think your outburst would become violent? And I was like, I don't think so. And then the next day, a guy passes me on the shoulder, and I chase him at the red light.
Did you
And
actually?
Yeah, and then it turned green, so I
Matt,
wasn't
don't
able
do
to.
that.
Well, I had a very stressful, week. Though I am going to the gym, and I'm actually having a great time.
Oh, really? Why? Just because there's other sweaty men to play with?
Yes. No, I go with two guys from work, and
Oh. Okay.
the one guy's been working out for a long time, and he was kind of what got me into like working out, but I only did it at home and like very off and on. And I
Yeah.
hurt my back like 3 weeks ago, like pretty bad.
Son
And
of a bitch.
because working out by myself, I'm just not, I can't. I don't know what my form is and all this kind of crap. So now that I'm working out with them at the Y, it's yeah. It's a gym. The Y is not like what people think.
I know. I just think it's funny.
It is funny, but no, for real though. I thought I was
For you of all people, the biggest like gay person outside of
Yeah.
fucking JD and Turk, like
yeah, hell yeah.
going to the Y is just it's so perfect for you.
You should have seen me in there the first day though, because I was like, because the other dude he runs when he gets there on the treadmill, and then the other guy comes in and he lifts.
Okay.
So there was about a 15-minute period between I got there and he was still running, and then before the other guy came to lift, which I wanted to do with them. So I'm basically roaming the halls, like reading bulletin boards because I did not want to go into the gym alone. I felt embarrassed.
Well, I mean, I feel the opposite way, where it's like I have to exercise in complete solitude. I do not want anyone to see.
Well,
I can't stand it.
well, there's a buffer, right? Because I know these two guys. So as long as
That
I
would
know
make
these,
it worse, because then I'll have to like own up to whatever the hell happened to me.
yeah, but that's why I like it, because so these guys, now I can kind of like, I have someone, I can't just like give up after a few reps and be like, oh, that's good enough for me. Now I see these guys fucking benching 250, and I'm like, well, I can't fucking wimp out because I'm only benching 50 pounds right now. Like I can't bench very much at all.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, for me, I use like workout apps that give you a set routine and whatever. So I don't bitch out early. So I mean, it is better than being totally self-directed, because if I was left to my own devices, that's exactly what I'd do. But I haven't been doing it recently just because John's been home this whole time because of his surgery.
Yeah,
So he's going back to work next week, so I'll be getting back into it. But yeah, no, he's doing well. His guts haven't fallen out except for the one that was supposed to.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it's been all good. He's fine.
Anime Quaaludes are how you ascend to heaven and become the big BAP anime babe. Nice.
How many anime babes are BAPs?
All of them.
All of them?
So that's been fun. And I keep reassuring my friend that I'm having fun. If I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't be here. Which is completely true.
I hate when people keep asking me if I'm okay.
No, they're not. He wasn't asking me. But I think he seems surprised.
Like, surprised that you're enjoying something?
Yes.
Ah, well, I mean...
Which goes with my character. I mean, that's basically my persona.
Is never liking anything.
Yeah.
Remember how Alex used to get offended when people would accuse him of not liking something?
I mean, I do too. Because it's like, I like a lot of stuff. I just don't happen to like this...
Normal things.
I guess. It's more fun to talk about stuff you don't like. So when you talk about stuff you like, no one cares.
Yeah, believe you me. I mean, I feel the same way sometimes. I mean, at least, like, on the show, I find that you and Mitch, your interests line up more than mine does with yours.
I guess,
So,
but
like,
then
either of you guys. So,
but then we could both talk about Star Trek, and Mitch wants to hang himself.
that's true. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like your interests are more similar to each other than mine is to either of yours. So I do get it, where I'm just like, what about this fucking thing? And you guys are like, I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah. So get used to me talking about the gym for the next 5 months, or less than that.
No, that's good. It's more motivation. Besides, it'll be good because I still have to fit into a wedding dress that I ordered months ago when I was still working out.
Me too.
You don't have to fit into a wedding dress, dear.
Well, I want to not fit into a wedding dress. I want to be so wide that I bust out the seams.
Well, I mean, number one, you said you didn't want to be the maid of honor.
Yeah.
You don't get a dress now. Oh, Jake
Yeah.
gets a dress.
Okay.
Because he's the only one that's coming, and I don't want Lee to do it because he'll look prettier than me.
Fucking Chris, it's funny you mentioned AVGN because I find that I enjoy his regular stuff way more than his
As
AVGN
himself?
stuff. Yeah, like he's still not like he's kind of. It's funny because he's still kind of a dork.
Oh, he's
Like,
absolutely a dork.
Yeah, he's not cool, but his I do like the same stuff he likes. Like he just did a video trying to find the filming locations for Planet of the Apes in some desert that he was visiting. And I'm like, that's kind of neat. And he's not talking about, shitting on donkey balls. Like he's being a normal person. Although I wish he would fucking, this is just me being petty, but I wish he would get a better haircut. Because he's losing his hair, but only down the middle. It's kind of weird.
Oh, he's getting that, like, widow's peak thing going on?
Yeah,
there?
and I'm just like,
He's got the same hairstyle. I think he probably keeps the same hairstyle, so the nerd videos are like consistent.
Yeah, I know. It's like Arnold. Like I wish the guy would just shave his fucking head.
Oh,
He's
that would
trying
be
to-
frightening.
No, he had a bald head in Batman Forever.
Yeah, and he was frightening. He looks like Michael Chiklis's pissed off brother.
Well, that's fine, but I'm saying it's better than him trying to hold on to that 90s spiky hairdo that he had. I don't know why I care. That's why I'm taking Zoloft.
It's because you love him.
Yeah. People copied AVGN because they thought he was successful because of his anger rather than the fact that these videos were actually good for their time. Yeah. And that's
Pretty
the
much.
thing.
His videos, like the best AVGN videos are the ones that have like informative or highlight some like weird obscure piece of shit that no one's ever heard of.
Oh, the chat's going fast. Lift heavy at lightweight. Yeah, we're kind of doing both. We start heavy and then go light, which we start light then go heavy, which I always went heavy and then went light during sets, but whatever. We'll see. And I'm pretty sure I'm already noticing things just because it's the newbie gains, and like I talked about this stuff before, but like I've been working out off and on, not very consistently, but for like the last 3 years. So if I start actually working out every day, I'd imagine I'm going to see some results in about 2 weeks, and some results. But in 2 months, I think I should see some real results. But anyway, I love his videos where he talks about old tech accessories. Yeah,
Correct. Yes, like like I said, showing off weird things that most people haven't seen is fun, and the informative videos, like the Sword Quest one, is really good because it's just such a weird story.
Yeah,
I'm glad that as annoying as I find everybody being a fucking hotshot Twitch streamer these days, I am glad the internet kind of went away from everybody being a hilariously grumpy critic. And everybody has their own review show, like Channel Awesome, and just like James Rolfe, and I'm fucking funny and a celebrity, and it's like, it's enough.
Ass to grass skateboard squats. Actually, they did make me do some squats, and my fucking legs still hurt. This was 3 days ago.
I find squats are actually all right, but it's probably just because I sit on dick a lot.
They gave me the seat, and I felt embarrassed. And they're like, look, dude, no one cares. No one's looking at you. They're all worried about themselves. Don't fucking. I'm like, I know.
It's a hard lesson to. It's not a hard lesson to learn, but it's a hard lesson to feel.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say about AVGN? Oh no, about YouTubers in general. It's like whenever I come across like an angry reviewer, I'm really off put by them, and I find them so cliche. It never sounds sincere. Like
No.
it's when you find it's dead. It's definitely dead. But I think what's replaced the angry critic is the angry social commentator. They're in abundance. It's the ones complaining about SJWs or complaining about like that one guy. I don't forget his name, but he's always complaining about Star Wars and how it sucks now. And I'm like,
Plinkett.
no. yes. No. I forget. It doesn't matter. Oh, world class bullshitters.
World star.
Yeah, world star. But it's like angry YouTubers is not dead. But like I find them dead. Like I do not give a fuck about them.
They still have their devoted ass fan base.
Yeah.
I've seen like anytime I see like an article about gaming or whatever, I always see like someone being like, "Oh, I can't wait until Angry Joe rips into this." I'm like, why the fuck do you care what that asshole thinks? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, it's just so bizarre. It's like, guess what Yahtzee is gonna say? Like,
God, I forgot
so
about
fucking
Yahtzee.
what?
I used to like all these people too, so I'll admit that I liked all these people, but
Well, sure, but I mean, like, I just think people on the internet forget there's room for
people who like things.
there's only room for so many clones, basically. You gotta be yourself. Otherwise, all you're doing is following a fad, and fads end.
Yeah. The fact that Channel Awesome is continually irrelevant compared to most review networks definitely points to comedy and skit reviews being the thing. The thing?
Ass blasted Antonio. Yeah, thanks. I always love the alternate names for Angry Joe. Angry Joe's hemorrhaging subscribers. Well, I mean, it's hard to be Angry Joe And I mean, just because like he's such a fucking hypocrite. Like I think that it's getting pretty blatant at this point. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Nobody. It's hard to take him seriously or really give a fuck what he has to say when he's like trying to present himself as like being on the side of consumers when it suits him, and then being on the side of publishers when it doesn't.
It's
like,
still really sad that fucking when he tried to get Jeff Keighley during those awards and he just fucking blew him out. It was fucking hilarious. That was years ago. And again, same with Kevin Smith. I stopped liking him for my own reasons, and then everyone else caught up with me like 5 years later.
yeah,
Indignant Ignacio.
ferociously furious Felipe.
Oh man.
Felipe,
Uh,
what a fucking faggot.
the only one I always remember is Perturbed Pedro.
Perturbed Pedro. Yeah,
Yeah. Miffed Manuel.
yeah, of course. Miffed Manuel Miranda.
Menendez. No, not Menendez. I don't know. These guys.
Mendoza.
There is another guy I started watching though who feels like he feels like a heyday Channel Awesome reviewer,
Yeah.
and he only does like top 10 things you didn't know about something. But like
Top 10 things you already heard somewhere else.
Yeah, there's that other channel I follow. I forget the name of it. It was like 10 things you probably didn't know. So I find I get less angry about those videos because I'm like, well, yeah, I do know
10
that.
things you may not have heard.
It's all in the wording. But
Yeah.
no, this guy's called Minty Reviews, and he's like Australian or something. I don't know. I find
that makes it okay.
I find him quite. Yeah, it's if they're. I watch many more British and Australian and New Zealand reviewers than I do American. Because all the American ones are just fucking screaming at crap.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. That's like, I think that's almost like online like gamers' reputation from the West, like because so Game Center CX, which I love so much, and everyone knows when they're tired of me talking about it.
Yeah.
But there's an episode where they went to like Cannes or somewhere, or they went to it might have been their U.S. trip, where they were asking Western fans. It was either France or U.S. They were asking Western fans about like what appeals to them about the show, because it's unusual for a Japanese language fucking stand-up comedian to have like half of his fan base be weebs.
Yeah.
So they asked about that, and like one of the people saying that they really liked that how like, you know, he never gives up at the games. Well, usually doesn't give up the games, and he always keeps a calm, you know, cozy atmosphere even when he's fucking really failing and struggling, and not losing his temper. and so I think, but like even Arino, this like middle-aged Japanese comedian, is like, oh, so I guess maybe to be popular in the West I should be like fuck all the time. So I'm starting to think that like maybe that's just what they think of us there, because I know like there's Japanese people that do like AVGN fan subs. So
Yeah.
maybe they just like that's become the Western gamer's shtick now, which is really stupid. But
Well, there's a pop star who I forget her name, but who's like loves him, like loves Rolf, like not because of AVGN, but like loves him. And I don't know if he knows about. I don't know if he knows about her at all, but like the girl,
pop star is that?
I don't remember. I don't remember her name, but she was a friend I had who moved to Japan, like liked her, so I knew her name at one point. It's not like that. It's not that one that we all know, like the weird one.
Oh, a Japanese pop star.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant a Western one. I was like, oh,
No. No, but that's what I mean. It's funny. It's like
I'm like, Western pop stars aren't allowed personality. What are you talking about?
well, the Japanese also seem to really like the other guy in Men in Black, not Will Smith.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, because he's like in a lot of their commercials. I don't know if that means anything.
It's a really weird thing that as to what what Western things the Japanese will glom onto and what they won't.
You know, it's probably the same for us though. The stuff we glom on that's Japanese is probably weird to them.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a few like I know like Metroid is really popular in the West, but in Japan it's not like it's not a big deal. Like nobody really like it's one of Nintendo's lesser franchises, which is probably one of the reasons you have to wait like a decade per game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I wonder how they feel about F-Zero then.
Oh, they like F-Zero.
Oh, okay.
It's actually, that's one of the reasons that I find Game Center CX so interesting, is that it's not just a look at gaming culture, but it's a look at Japanese gaming culture and just the way that, and so sometimes when Western games come up, it's like, it's weird to see sort of what they make of it. Like they actually had an episode where he played Flashback and he was like, what in fuck's name is this? Like, and I was like, yeah, tell me about it. You know, there's another episode where they visited a store in like Akihabara that like caters to importing Western games, which I just thought was so strange.
Oh
to see
yeah,
them playing like they like playing like English God of War and not understanding what to do. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's interesting.
Syriatic cunts. I still can't believe they turned Thanos into a purple Mr. Clean.
Who? Oh, that guy.
I don't know why that came up. I don't know why he's talking about that now, but anyway.
Well, I mean, we mentioned the cinematic universe, so.
Oh, maybe that was it. Oh, that's probably a fucking comment from a while ago that just popped up now.
Could be.
Could be.
You never know.
You never know. Let's go to break.
Okay.
I thought you boys understood. It's business. That's all it is. We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team. Let's make some money.
Go back from the break. Yes. I wish I said this before, but I hope someday they come out with like Google Glass that isn't bullshit and that I can translate stuff for video games, because there's a lot of like Japanese, like the Suda51 games I would love to play that aren't like translated. I would fucking eat up.
Yeah.
They probably are translated.
That is something that I would like to see be used for Kickstarter, is like kickstart our fucking localization of this.
Yeah.
You know, like to me that's much better than, you know, just like funding some indie pixel shit game.
Yeah, I never look at Kickstarter to see what stuff is being tried, because I was watching some guy and apparently video games are like, they're not doing well. They're not really getting kickstarted anymore.
Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, because outside of a few success stories like Shovel Knight, it's been one fucking nightmare after another.
Absolutely.
And actually, I'll go on the topic. I will add Hat in Time to the success story column for Kickstarter, but yeah, I hate how a good portion of GCCX English subs have something wrong with them, like a 5-second delay or no audio at all. At least the ones on YouTube. Well, okay, YouTube is shit though, because like most of the Game Center CX stuff on there was taken down a few years ago, and then like what's been put up is just like the really low quality shit. Like, I mean, go to the Something Awful translation group. As much as I fucking hate Something Awful, that's like the one thing they're doing right. It's like just go visit their website, and they should have the links to all of the ones in proper quality for you for your torrenting delight. I
was gonna say, didn't Something Awful implode recently, but that was that other.
NeoGAF.
Yeah, NeoGAF.
There was a pedophile actually, or something.
Yeah, something. No, he wasn't a pedophile. He was
a rapist.
I mean, yeah, in the sense that he was trying very, very hard to have sex with a friend.
Oh,
and by that I mean he was like, what did he do? I forget exactly where he was, either taking a shower and walked out naked or left the door open, or she was showering and he came in naked to try to shower with her. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a scummy guy, but like it was one of those, it was, you know, they imploded because they're all cucks and they can't handle like people who are just aggressive jerks.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's I try to disengage from this shit. Oh, yeah, I didn't. We're both wrong. There was a pedophile and a guy who climbed into a shower with women. Nice. Okay, well that's good. But I mean, it's just, I always get just a little bit of glee out of people who
self-righteous assholes,
social justice warriors, and then they turn out to be like uber fucking predators and creeps.
It happens.
It happens all the time.
It happens with the right.
Yeah, well, I know it does, but it's almost like it's all these people that get up on the fucking soapboxes. They always got skeletons.
Nanako, what are you doing there?
They have something on the soapbox that they're trying to hide. That's why they're standing on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's like you gotta fucking lecture the rest of us, but you're actually fucking way worse than anything anybody else was doing. Like, and my favorite thing lately is like how Sarkeesian is going like, Donald Trump thinks violent games are bad. What an asshole! It's like, are you kidding me, bitch? Like,
Jesus Christ! I can't believe it. Oh no, I should.
I can believe it.
Yeah,
I can totally believe it. But it's just like,
the most transparently pathetic thing. It's like, I'm going to contradict myself from like 2 months ago.
What a cunt.
Video games are actually good.
What a cunt.
Yeah, she's only saying it because if Donnie doesn't like it, then it must.
But
mean
if
it's okay.
Hillary was saying it, she'd be all aboard.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I do hate it though, because it's like, because he had a conference with the NRA leaders or whatever, and said there is no evidence that can support that guns cause any kind of violence. But then he's entertaining the idea that video games do when like we've been talking about it for 20 years and there is no evidence. So, but when he is supposed to meet up with some. I don't even know who he's going to meet up with. I guess he's gonna have a powwow with Miyamoto or some shit. But it's like
I don't know.
I'm sure he'll come to the same conclusion.
Joe Biden did this exact same thing like 5 years ago. So I mean, nothing's gonna fucking come of it.
Yeah, I didn't think there would be. It always annoys me. Like I thought I got used to video games getting blamed for this shit, but it actually hadn't happened for a while. So I forgot how.
Well, I mean, it hadn't happened for shootings. I mean, it's happened for
misogyny,
misogynies.
Yeah,
yes,
true. But no one cares about that stuff.
There was another guy who was like convicted for owning like 4 terabytes of CP. Yeah, from what I hear, NeoGAF is basically like a hive of disgust. Like,
but I bet you if you dig anywhere, you're gonna find someone who's got terabytes of CP. I think
probably. Although I have to say, I'm a little bit tired of the pedophile scare that America has going on, where it's like, where it's like a single guy with his kid in a park must clearly be abducting the child, and like, you can never leave your child unattended for 5 fucking seconds, and it's just stupid.
It's been like that for 20 fucking years.
Oh, I know it has, but I mean, I was very much what they would call a free-range child, where it was like running through the fucking woods all day, and it's like nowadays you consider that like a problem, but
yeah.
Look,
the thing is, these kids are out there and they're hitting on grown-ups, and they're trying to get these adults in trouble. You got to watch out for these fucking kids. That's why I don't go nowhere.
That's why I never leave the house or wash my body.
Yeah, you got to watch out for these sexy kids. They're out to cause trouble.
These adultophiles.
Yeah. If Japanese anime has taught me anything, these kids are out for my cock, and I gotta fucking stay indoors and not wash. I know the upstairs neighbors can hear me too, because I can hear them when they're just having normal conversations.
Well, I mean, they haven't moved out, so either they like it or they don't care.
No, but I did see the guy upstairs was staring out of the porch window with like all the blinds open, just staring while I was coming indoors. So I was coming outside.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that the same day that you finally got up the courage to whisper "nigger" out the window?
Yeah, but these are my upstairs neighbors. I don't know where the niggers live. Actually, it was funny because I forgot all about that. But I was uploading all the episodes. I finally did upload all past episodes of the show on randomassaultpodcast.com.
Ooh,
it is
which does not suck anymore.
No, it is just the SoundCloud links. But if you click the banners, it'll take you to YouTube, where YouTube applies. Like obviously anything before, what was it, 104 doesn't have a video.
Like that,
yeah. But I saw that the banner reminded me of that, or the title was Neighbor Kids, and then it reminded me. I was like, oh shit, yeah, it was like a year ago when there was like a bunch of black people fucking swinging at each other outside and throwing shit. Oh man,
that was a good time.
There's some justification for the scare, especially around here. Sacramento is the second largest center for human trafficking in the U.S., and young girls are the main target. Yeah, but I mean, California. I mean, come on, California is like a hotbed for fucking disgusting human beings.
Have we not learned that from the fucking Hollywood meltdown?
Yeah. It's Sacramento, and it would only make sense that the media is telling us to be afraid for our children because they're constantly raping each other's children.
Probably. I don't know.
Is Sacramento, California? It is, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I mean, I grew up in a small town. If I got abducted, there's like 2 houses to check, so it's probably gonna be fine.
You can't abduct the willing.
Well, that too, but basically, like, I don't know. I had a lot more freedom when I was a kid, and just the idea that everyone is a potential enemy and somebody out to get you just seems like just a kind of a sad and paranoid way to live. But I mean, I guess it depends on where you are. You know, some places are genuinely kind of dangerous, but still.
I mean, it might just be. I mean, I'm only speaking from experience, but it might just be an American thing. But I don't know. I mean, like I've only been. I mean, I'm an East Coast. I'm a New Jersey fucking kid. So and my parents. And also,
I used to play in the sewage.
Yeah, no, my mom would not let me out of the fucking house. She was afraid of fucking everything for me. That's why I think I have all my fucking issues now. You know, I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying
you totally are blaming her. But that's
there's a history of fucking anxiety in my family. So, but I think because of fucking them, I mean, I watch the same stuff. Like in the media, they were always warning you about that kind of crap.
Yeah, I mean, there was always those PSAs of like, don't let strangers into your house to use the phone. They're actually there to kill you. And I mean, yeah, obviously there's common sense things like that, but it's like just still, it's the idea that you can't go to the park without being, abducted by pedophiles or sold heroin or something. Like, I don't know. Had a lot more freedom too, and I grew up in the drug capital of Serbia. Well, I mean, cultural differences.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, just over here. I mean, most of our media obviously is imported from the States, like pretty much everywhere that's not the States, I guess, other than probably Britain or Japan. Or China. But yeah, so we always got those same PSAs and stuff that you did, and I was always kind of scratching my head like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but your PSAs are fucking terrifying.
Our PSAs are hilarious. I love the house hippo. Shut up.
No, I'm talking about the classic she spilled my coffee and the workplace accidents PSAs. Those are fucking terrifying.
Oh, those aren't PSAs though. Like some of those ones, like those are like for high school students, like job safety and like personal planning classes. They're not just aired on TV.
Oh,
no. And actually, the funny thing is a lot of those actually were worked on by the X-Files production crew because they filmed in Vancouver.
That's so funny.
So those are like legit horrifying because they're people who make a horror show on TV.
That one where she slips and she spills all like the boiling oil on herself is fucking crazy.
There's one that where is somebody who's like going to work in a deli and is too stupid to say no to unsafe practices and like chops all her fingers off in the meat shredder, which was just like horrifying. And for some reason, like because my parents kept trying to move out of the small town, so I'd end up in like a different school in another city for like 3 months before they gave up and went home. So I would always, for some reason, just end up like repeating things that I had just done. So I had to watch those videos like 3 or 4 times over the course of my high school career. And it was
we should play them in the stream. When you're done with this stage, we should play them.
If I am ever done with this stage.
Oh, okay, true. Fair enough.
We'll see. I have to control a black guy. It's not as easy.
Okay, we'll leave She Spilled My Coffee for last. 'Cause that's my favorite one.
Oh, man. Parker, She Spilled My Coffee.
Yeah. Did you have the big hit your wife?
Zooey mama.
Zooey mama. Oh man.
Oh my lord! What a terrible, terrible country Canada is.
And we're both really bad in our own ways.
That's true.
At least we both agree that we hate the Muslims.
We do. Well, I mean...
Well, we do. The common sense... we do! Who hates those... full circle.
Who blames them for mass shootings? We do.
When are guns not the problem?
Right.
Yeah, it's funny because the whole thing about the gun issue, it's like... Christina always scoffs at basically everything like we do. We do, but she was like, I didn't know. I thought all states required a background check to buy a gun, and she's like, not all American states require a background check. I said, really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, fuck. No wonder why there's school shootings. Like, do the states that school shootings happen in? Do they require background checks? She's like, I don't know. And of course, neither of us bothered to look.
Oh well, I mean that I don't know. I genuinely find it surprising some of the hullabaloo over these things because, like,
it never goes anywhere ever.
Well, not just that it never goes anywhere, but it's like you can buy things in Canada, buy guns fairly easily. I mean, you have to get your like firearms license, but it's not like
it's like I said,
it's not a difficult process.
I think it's just like I really do think it's
Don't you put it in your... Yes.
It's a culture... I don't know if it's fair to say that like Americans like it's like a culture of violence or something, but it's like there are. I think. I mean, I'm just talking out of my ass, but really, I think it's like the amount of people that we have that live in the same country that are different from each other, and just we need a white ethno state. That's all.
Well, I mean, I guess so, but I mean, Canada.
No,
Canada has plenty of immigrants, and I mean, different makeup, but I mean, it's like, there's lots of different.
I think the reason why nothing ever fucking happens is because no one's willing to fucking change any of the rules, and we won't admit that it might be a mental health issue.
Well, yeah,
which would be which would mean that it's also a health insurance issue.
Oh well, heaven forbid.
Yeah. Although I'm getting my fucking Quaaludes for $5 a bottle, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my history teacher in high school. I mean, who knows how much of a cuck he was, but I actually liked him. He was a good guy. He was like, his teaching style was closer to like a college professor, where it's like you went to his class, he gave you an interesting ass talk, and you either take notes or you don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, he always said that some of the main difference in terms of like different ethnic groups in Canada versus the States is the fact that in the States you're kind of expected to assimilate and be American more, whereas in Canada it's like nobody really expects you to be Canadian per se. You can just like, they're more happy to let you just do your own thing and keep your own ways as long as you ain't fucking with anybody else. I don't know how true that is anymore, but
I mean, I can only speak to my own experience, where when I grew up in Elizabeth it was mostly Hispanic. Mm-hmm. And like the billboards would be Spanish, and I would get mad because I'd be like, "But we live in America, and I don't speak Spanish, so it sucks that not that I'd want to read the billboards anyway, but the fact that they are in Spanish would piss me off."
Right.
So maybe there is more
pressure
I think you're right, like in a way, because I don't think people want to. They don't. It's not assimilation. It's we want more of a. I mean, they call it a melting pot.
Yeah.
Now they call
that's actually that's the comparison my history teacher made, was that America's a melting pot and I think Canada's more a mosaic, where it's kind of, each little tile is still its own thing.
Yeah, but we want you to speak English, basically. It's like I mean my personal stance was I don't give a fuck what you do. I just want to be able to talk to you if I have to.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean, to an extent, I kind of feel like assimilation isn't a bad thing, because there are, cultures who, not naming any Muslim names, there are cultures who are very different than, the ideals of Western civilization. And I feel like if you're going to move here, like, these are the rules and you have to stick with that. And if you don't like it, go someplace else. Having said that, it's like, if you want to observe Ramadan, or if you want to fucking not touch a pig, or if you want to fucking put Chinese on your storefront sign, I don't give a shit. That's fine. But it's like, if you're gonna go around beating people for not wearing hijabs or whatever the fuck, like, you can get gone with that kind of shit.
Yeah, and I wonder if those people are just nuts.
Well, I mean, they probably are, but I'm just saying assimilation is important within reason.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying, like, a guy I worked with was Muslim, and he was fine. He was just a guy. He just so happened to be Muslim.
Well, yeah. Although, I'll leave my more racist views on that to.
Yeah, you probably should.
For some other time, but.
But he wasn't. He was a Madagascar Muslim, so maybe they're just different.
I don't know. I mean, apparently one of the biggest Muslim countries is actually like Malaysia or some shit. So, or Indonesia, I think. It's the
Islam, and
well, Islam is Muslim.
No, but I'm saying it's not fair. It's not fair to blame all Muslims, like everyone always says. It's where they're coming from is those Muslims that suck. It's like,
yeah, maybe.
It's like, no, it's not maybe. It's the truth. I mean, when was the last time? I don't really think anyone's gotten blown up by a fucking Malaysian Muslim.
Apparently they do, apparently Indonesia actually does have some problems with like sectarian violence there as well.
Yeah.
But they usually don't, export it, which is nice.
Yeah, keep it in your own borders.
Well, I mean, that's what they say. It's like if there's shit in the toilet, you don't worry. If there's shit on the countertop, then you start to scratch your head.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on from this topic.
Yeah, because we don't know what we're talking about at all.
No, I'm just racist, and I'm okay. I've admitted that to myself.
All I'm saying is the guy that I worked with was fucking cool.
Well, good. It
It only takes one to change your mind, Kate. You gotta meet a cool Muslim.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Malaysia.
There was this. I don't know if they were Muslim, but there was this Arabic family that lived in our town. They were like the one darky family around, and I was friends with the one kid at first, but his brothers were pretty fucking shady, and the kid that I was friends with eventually stole a bunch of shit from me, and then didn't even fucking show up to court. So I mean, I won by default, so that was nice of him. But
Yeah. See?
yeah, he was a little shit brick, that kid. But I mean, they weren't religious as far as I could tell. Like they had the sister was in our school too, and she didn't like wear the head thing. So
I guess it works the other way too. It only takes one to make you a racist.
well, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, that's how it was with like natives for me. That's like the other group that I don't care for. But
Natives?
yeah, you know, Indians,
Oh.
First Nations.
Oh no.
But
I've never known one. I've never known a Native American or a native personally.
well, so
I just know-
snowboarding.
I just know no. We're two white people. Let's talk about other races for
Okay.
For, hours.
Christ.
What's another race that we don't particularly like?
Those are my only two.
Oh, come on.
No, really.
Well, how about we talk about stereotypes that we don't like?
Like stereotypes we think are inaccurate and therefore don't like, or stereotypes.
Well, they could be inaccurate, but you also don't like them.
Oh, so like a literal stereotype that we would personally dislike if we were to encounter such a person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is, even though I watch a lot of this kind of stuff, I hate like the Italian stereotype characters.
Really?
Like if
Boppity boop?
not like the happy ones, but like the ones the fucking tough guy ones, like a Pesci.
Oh, okay.
Because mostly because they scare me. Because it's like, you don't know, like
I can't live up to that.
No, yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's just there's no room for me to go. No, it's more of a like they're jerks, and if you say anything, they'll break your knees. It's like what
right.
And people look up to characters like that.
You even looked at my sister once?
Yeah, they're
In a
assholes.
non-sexual way. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, I hate they're assholes. I hate them.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
We're keeping it within the realm of entertainment, so you can't be racist.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like in terms of entertainment, probably my the only time I get kind of annoyed is the idea that that Canada is always just like this snow-covered waste. I've come to find it funny now, but when I was in high school, I would actually get used to get really pissed off at that. Or that Canadians were sweet but kind of dumb, you know? And it was like that used to just annoy the hell out of me. But I see the humor in it now, that more than I used to. Probably just because I don't take myself as seriously as I did when I was 15.
Tom Green
God
says,
knows 15-year-olds take themselves seriously. But
yeah, Tom Green said something funny recently where they asked him why are Canadians so nice, and he said, "Well, we're nice when we come to America because we like all of you, but when we go back, we just treat each other like shit."
Kinda.
I just thought I didn't know if that was. Wow, you fell in that same hole again.
Yeah, I really did. Down, Caitlin, go down the hole. Oh boy, I'm gonna scream until I die.
Cool.
Yeah, other stereotypes I don't like. I don't know, really. I mean, I tend to find that kind of thing funny just because, like, I know that for the most part it's not true.
The other thing I don't like is the Jersey jokes because they still happen, and it's just like, can we just stop with the fucking tired fucking, like, oh, who wants to go to Jersey? Oh, Jersey smells. It's like, okay, great, thanks.
The toxic poop land.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know. Exit, everybody only ever passes when you're on the turnpike. You go through exit 13, and everyone thinks it sucks. Like, yeah, we get it.
Well, I think part of the issue is just for me, not with these like stereotypical things. It's not so much that it's like this stereotype is not funny. It's just the fact that it's like, this is the same joke everyone makes. Like,
Yeah, that's more my problem.
you know, or it's like, that's one of the reasons, like, one of my favorite portrayals of Canadians is in South Park, because it's just so bizarre. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, this is the Prince of Canada, now he's gonna shove the Queen's arm up his ass and drink the royal custard. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And all the vehicles have square tires, and it's like,
The joke is probably because Canada seems so mystical to us.
I guess so. It's just totally bizarre. That's my favorite TV Canada. And everyone always says a boot.
Of course.
Of course. I feel like I don't say it, but you guys tell me that I do. So.
I don't know if you say a boot. I don't know. I don't think you don't say a boot. It's your and it's not your out. You don't.
It's bean.
Yeah, it's bean. You're not that kind of Canadian where you say oot and a boot. You say bean and what was it? There's something else too. Again.
Again, yes. I don't always say again. Sometimes I say again. It depends on. It's like how you don't always say the. Sometimes you say the. Right?
Yeah,
It
true.
depends. I don't know.
Beady-eyed freaks.
BDI freaks.
What the WAPs, the Canadians are just Jersey.
You ever see that movie Eight Legged Freaks?
Yeah, I saw it high out of my mind, and I only remember one scene. Yeah, I only remember one scene, and it's when the big spider comes out from behind a recliner. Like, that's the only scene I remember.
I got nightmares when the spider like eats the cat, and you can like the cat goes into the walls and the spider eats it, and you can like see the impression of the cat being like smashed into the wall from the back.
Oh God!
It's kind of terrible.
But that movie's supposed to be funny, right?
Yes, it is. It's a sort of a send up of like the giant monster movie kind of.
I want to watch Matinee, because that's like a similar kind of thing where it's what's his name? The guy that was in Roseanne.
John Goodman.
John Goodman runs a theater that plays those old kind of monster movies, but the gimmick is like he's trying to keep the theater alive by doing weird gimmicks. You know, like a 4D theater kind of thing.
Okay.
But I know there's more of a plot to it. I just don't remember what it is. I saw it once and it scared the hell out of me because I didn't understand what was going on. And there's like he has like a thing where there's the movie that he's showing is about ants, monster like killer
Giant ants with people legs.
No, unfortunately, no. It's like just killer ants, and it's like he has like a sand hill with a hand sticking out of it with the ants crawling all over it. And I just saw that. Of course, I only saw that one scene, so I scared the shit out of me.
Oof.
But it's just a prop to promote his theater. I think it's supposed to be a dark comedy too, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, you finished? Or are you still doing the guy?
No, I finished.
Okay, find the PSAs.
No, I don't want to do that.
Come on, it's like something fun that we can actually fucking do.
No. Look, Manig. No, I don't want to because I don't want to have to like sync it up, and I don't want to have to go find them. I don't know where they are.
YouTube. If you just type in Canadian PSAs, you'll find. I'll find them for you. I'll send you.
Okay, I'll find it. Shut up. Shut up. Who's talking? Shut up.
Okay.
I'm not going insane.
Oh, I was like, what? It'll be fun for the 8 people in chat, and then we can end the show.
I don't want to end the show. I can't find the ones that I saw in school, but I'll take the. There's one that's 3 minutes. There's a 3-minute video, so this is the first one in the results, so we'll do that.
Okay. I think you just find a playlist. I'm sure I can find it.
Whatever. I don't feel like it.
I will find it for you because you're being a pain in the ass, and you don't want to.
You're being a pain in the ass.
No. Look at that. Look at that. It filled it out for me.
You're a stupid poo man.
Yep, 8 videos. Prevent it. Preventit.ca.
Yeah, well, that's the ones that I found. Okay, well, fine. Send me the fucking link.
Yeah, and all these are 30 seconds long. So.
Okay, fuckhead. Jesus fucking Christ. Take
These
your
aren't. Oh, I never saw these. No, I don't want to. Oh, these aren't it. Never mind. Wait, no, these are. Let's see. WSIB safety, so maybe that's what these are. I guess it isn't that easy to find.
Oh. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna keep snowboarding.
Okay, keep snowboarding then. That's fine.
Keep snowboarding.
Oh, yeah. These are the right ones. I will send the link to you.
I have to worry about my core temperature, otherwise I'll freeze.
Not for real?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
If you're in the shade, you'll cool down. If you're in the sunlight, you'll warm up.
But you're moving.
Yeah, well...
I put the link in the...
Shut up.
Google.
Don't worry about logic. In the Google?
Yeah.
Okay. I put it into Google. When I'm not freezing my monkey butt off, I will come in. Yay, yay, yay. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, no, fuck. I'm stupid. Oh, we're doomed.
Oh, I'll also find that. She spilled my coffee.
Parker, she spilled my coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
tricky
Yeah.
to fuck my butt, to fuck my butt, to fuck my butt. It's tricky.
It's tricky. We are. Oh, hey, hello, Michael. Hello, Michael Smith.
Hello, Mike Smith.
We're playing SSX Tricky, but soon we will watch Canadian PSAs.
We're
the
not
violent
playing
ones.
SSX Tricky.
What do we? Oh, SSX. Sorry.
SSX bracket 2012 bracket.
Yeah.
Oh my
Blood-
god. Oh my god, I died of cold. Alright.
What was it called? Blood Mountain. Bone
Huh?
Mountain. What was the tagline for this game again?
Oh, Deadly Descents.
That's it. So it wasn't Blood Mountain.
No, it should have been though. That sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
They're so violent. Jesus Christ. I put them on
Uh-oh.
the
Jesus fucking Christ.
Accident? There's no accident. The company should have replaced that line
Oh
years ago.
dear.
I knew I shouldn't have reached
I
over.
mean, right
like
through that fucking coffee table.
Yeah, I like how
Nice and
casually they're
strict
talking
policy
too.
that two
It's
people
like
doing
it's
a
not
job
as though
like
I'm
this.
just like not meat now. There are no accidents. Christ.
I'm working overtime because I want to take my family on a nice vacation. Soon they get a call telling them I was killed in an accident. But hey, I'm wearing a busted harness here. And the company
And
should
just have your
shipped those
torch still
tanks
going, you fucking. Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
I forgot. I thought something fell on him. I couldn't remember.
No, I thought he burned himself.
James was
but
with
I-
that company for 10 years before this tragic accident.
Accident? What are you
Oh,
talking
there he is.
about? Your company never fully trained me to deal with high voltage wires. And the way they were insulated, it was obvious someone wanted to get home in a hurry. What was I thinking? Not wearing all of my safety equipment.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Jim! You take care of that skid? Yeah.
So these aired on TV, right?
Yeah, these are TV ones. The school ones were bloodier than this, and I can't find
The
them.
company knows it's against
Oh,
code to
wow.
store that much weight up there.
Oof, that guy's
I
way
knew I should
dead.
have been focused on what I was doing.
Well, he wasn't safe
It's
at work.
obvious the supervisor didn't report that broken shelf.
You know. I love these Windows Movie Maker intros.
Yeah.
Doing a real good job on your picture.
Coffee.
Please.
I'd like some more too, for sure.
She spilled my coffee.
I'm sorry, sir.
You fucking bitch.
I'll bring a little coffee.
How do you like that?
You wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't get away with it at home.
Look at the next slide. You can see now that our operating costs are up 23%.
Ron, I think it's 19.
No, the new number's all right. It is 23.
Why ever not?
You stupid bitch. Don't you ever correct me.
Jesus Christ, he just fucking reaps her into that table.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't.
This is
get away with
every
it at
Random
home.
Assault after show, by the way.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I like how he goes back to he didn't do anything at all.
I know, right? Has anybody else got shit to say? Any other
Excellent.
business before we table this meeting? Fucking.
It's
man.
tricky.
It's very tricky. I fucking died of cold. See,
That's retarded.
I just wanted to snowboard.
Jesus.
You think that I would, put on a good coat before I go out here? I mean, I don't understand why I've got to.
He's wearing like a see-through mesh shirt.
Well, I mean, he is like Jamaican or some shit.
Yeah.
So who knows? But
there's no insulation in his coat. It's just weed.
that's insulation.
Yeah. I guess
Oh my god, my house smells like weed. It's so bad right now.
Why?
Because so Thursday was a full moon. So it was spooky things. And so this was the first time that I've had the opportunity to use the incense that I grew in my garden last year. And there's a lot of sage in it. And I don't know if you know this, but when you burn sage, it smells a lot like fucking weed. And that shit was way stronger than I thought it was going to be. It's pretty stinky because I was like, there's a bit of sage, but there's like plenty of other stuff in it. It's like, no, it's just like the overwhelming, like pungent aroma of fucking weed.
That's funny.
I just hope the landlord doesn't be like, are you smoking weed in here? And it's like, yes, after 8 years, I'm just suddenly going to smoke weed at the age of 27.
I mean, sure it's happened.
Yeah, I'm sure it has, but still.
I'm getting hungry again.
Well, I just figure if I was going to do any drugs, it'll be, classy, like...
Heroin?
Yeah.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
Cocaine!
Exactly. It's the 80s, everybody's on cocaine.
Yeah.
The cocaine man is here.
God. Remy is the best character in any Grand Theft Auto.
I know.
I mean, I remembered her name. That proves it.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right. Oh, actually, wait, hang on.
What's up?
Can we do one more? This is the big descent. So this will finish this section of the game off.
Yeah, all right.
So it'd be a better stopping place. This is Mount Slaughter, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it sounds like super.
Mount Sergeant Slaughter.
Mount S Laughter, yes. Okie doke. Ha 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 ha. All right, last one. I think this is what descent is this? This is like 5 or 6, so we still have a couple to go. But that's a story for another stream. Whenever Mitch is busy, basically.
So what should we? I'll start wrapping the show up anyway because it shouldn't take you too long to beat this, right?
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too.
This, I mean, the challenge for this deadly descent is still like the don't freeze to death part. So I'll have to try and avoid the shadows and stick to the sun because you never know where Batman might be hiding to bust my shit. Oh fuck. Okie dokie.
I'm trying to. Is there like a meter somewhere, or does the screen close in on you or something?
Well, it's got the like the frosting effect, but if you look down on the lower right, there's a core temp meter.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty gay. Yeah. Yipe.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So if you want random assault things, just go to randomassault.com.
It doesn't suck anymore.
It doesn't suck anymore, and you'll find everything.
That's my that's the catchphrase for our new website that I stole from Comedy Network.
Oh.
Not Comedy Central, the U.S. channel, but Comedy Network, the Canadian channel.
Well,
got to keep that Canadian CanCon obligations. But yeah, they had a campaign, like I remember like around 2005 or some shit like that, where they're like, come visit comedynetwork.com. Our website doesn't suck anymore.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are a comedy network, so I should hope it's funny.
Yeah.
Mount Slaughter.
Yeah, the only difference is I don't feel like putting in big ass titties. I don't feel like because Mitch would do those fantastic show descriptions that no one would read, and I'm not copying those over because that's too much work, and the site
Nobody reads them.
Yeah, and the site doesn't seem to really allow for where WordPress is good about the read more button. Like this site, like it just gives you the title of whatever your post was, and that's it. So it's really strange. So it's just banner and SoundCloud link.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's all people really need anyway, to be honest with you.
And when you click the banner, it takes you, like I said, it takes you to the YouTube page.
I mean, nowadays, like the descriptions it's less for fucking the listener and more for SEO, to be honest.
Yeah. And like there's other tabs I might make. Like I have to find all the fan art that people have done for us. So I was gonna put like additional art up on there.
Oh fuck! We were almost there. I saw the exit. I'm sorry.
Should be, but you know, there's other art that like Alex used to do that I started scanning in. So I'll probably upload that. And yeah, we have all the after shows and like the random shit that I'll put up in another tab. It'll be cool.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Really, my main concern is the LPs, just because it's my show and I'm cool. So.
Yeah, I might put those as blog posts too, instead of like how we have it now, just because you're right. The page loads too slow.
Yeah, but either way, the fact that they're there is, that's good.
Good for
the
business.
fact that they're there and they look nice makes me happy, because no one else cares about the Let's Plays other than me.
Yep.
That's why you edit them and show up for them for 3 years.
I hate it.
Yeah.
You forced me to medication.
Well, I mean, that is probably true. But not for that reason. Oh, don't die.
Oof. Jesus Christ. You should keep those flares in your jacket. That'll keep you warm.
I'm gonna stick this flare down my pants and put it up my pee hole.
Yeah.
Just trying to find the sunniest way to go. I mean, it is an interesting gameplay mechanic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as annoying as you might think it is, because you recover it, obviously, so it's not like you're just on a timer or anything.
Yeah. It's
really about choosing your route, which is kind of interesting.
These are necessary to win, right? This isn't like some bonus stuff.
Well, no, yeah, obviously. This is one of the 9 deadly descents that we've set out to conquer. This is the most necessary. This is the main point of the game.
Well,
if anyone's been following the plot of this piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, I never know with you. You do a lot of unnecessary stuff in games to 100% it.
Look, only when it's Grand Theft Auto.
Fair, that's fair. What if Rockstar makes a snowboarding game?
Then they can go fuck themselves. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not a Rockstar fan specifically. I just like GTA.
Oh.
And the fact that a lot of their other games just so happen to be good,
Yeah.
Oh, there's the exit.
So
oh man, we really beefed it really close to the end. Jesus Christ.
So do you have to? Is there an amount of points you also have to get too?
Depends on the kind of event, but this is just to survive to the bottom. So. Yep, all done. All right, let's get out of here.
Yes. Thank you for watching the stream and being here and leaving. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if this was one of the. Oh, I hope you had a good time. I feel bad when I don't ever have a lot to talk about.
No, but I mean, sometimes a cozy stream is just fun to watch in itself. Not that anybody who actually watches these, but
Yeah.
In theory, if we had fans who cared, fans that I wasn't disappointed in.
Yeah, right. Oh, we do. A lot of the important ones are vocal, and the other ones aren't. Like I see lots of, I see high numbers. I just don't know who these people are or what they're doing. Or if they're all just fake, or if they're Blake's Chinese bots. Oh, he wasn't here tonight. That's odd. Or was he? Wasn't he here in the beginning?
No, I don't think so.
Weird. He's one of our. He must hate us now. That's the only explanation.
It's the fan cycle.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you some other time.